What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Los Angeles Clippers fans, LA Clippers fans? You prefer LA, Los Angeles, whatever it may be. Welcome to TSR Sports. Well, I'll be doing a live play-by-play scoreboard, game clock, you name it, it's there. Selena Gomez joining me tonight. No, my couch hasn't sunk. I just have it up because it's had some trouble staying down, and I don't want it to pop up during the stream. And occasionally, because it's there. So thank you for stopping in tonight. A an interesting week for the San Antonio Spurs so far. Win the first game, get obliterated Wednesday night. Lots of guys coming in out of the lineup. Lots of, I don't know what, for lack of better terms, controversy around our team. But I don't want to focus on what's happening off the court. If something happens where we find out one of our guys knew something or is fired, whatever, obviously I'll address that. But I want to focus on the positive. I want to focus on this young team that's growing. These guys that all of them, hopefully none of them have to do with any of the nonsense that's happening, and just stay positive. More so than anything, I want to stay positive and focus on our guys on the court. Let's get to the chat. There it is. Ridges, go Spurs, go. Otham, thank you for stopping in. Good evening, Brian, Jacob, Peter, Zach. Demisel is back, but he is coming off the bench. Malachi Branham is getting his first career NBA start tonight. I was a little shocked to see that. I got to think we're going to play better tonight than we did against the Raptors. The Clippers come in 4-4. The Spurs come in 5-3. This is at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas. The Spurs were just really didn't have enough guys and got destroyed by the size of the Raptors. So I'm just going to knock that game off as just whatever. Jeremy Sohan was still sick. He only played like 10 minutes. The guys were asking why did he leave the game. He was not feeling well. So for the most part, we got our day one starting lineup minus Devin Vassell, who hopefully after coming off the bench gets a little playing time and is good to go right away. Ernie, it is Jakob Poeltl, Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson, Malachi Branham getting his first NBA start, and Trey Jones for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Paul George, Marcus Morris, and Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is not playing, so I put him on the thumbnail because I figured that's the only place I'm going to see him tonight. On my darn thumbnail. He didn't make the Texas trip whatsoever. I think the Clippers played the Rockets on Wednesday. He's load managing or has a sore knee or a sore butt. I don't know. Brandon Bostic, thank you for stopping in. That's a true story, Veronica. It is nice to see Keldon and Devin back. That is really, I think, a big foundation of our franchise for the next decade. Possibly if they keep growing the way they're growing. I mean, even if you're just looking at a pure statistical analysis and you pull up Basketball Reference or NBA.com or whatever you want to look at, and look at Keldon Johnson's career, how much he's improved each year. He's turning into one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. He's averaging 9 attempts a game right now. I'd like to see his two-point percentage go up quite a bit. Otherwise, I'm just excited about the growth the young man has had in his short NBA career and excited to see where he goes over the next few years. Malachi is starting. Jeremy's not playing? That's not what I heard. I thought I saw Sohan in the starting lineup. Luke dropped the starting lineup for me earlier. He wasn't on the injury report on ESPN. And they have Sohan he had Sohan in the starting lineup. As far as I know, he's playing and starting. Thank you, Vianart. Good to be back. Kawhi Leonard and load management go together like peanut butter and jelly. That's a fact. I can't argue that statement. Life without Johnson, Sohan, Vassell. Oh, it sucked. Sohan isn't. Thank you. Daniel Berry, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, it was Wednesday night was easily the hardest game for me to watch this year. You guys, if you were in the stream, or if you weren't in the stream, I ended the stream with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We were down like 40 at that point, and it was all bench G League players for both teams. And I was like, you know what? I can't watch this anymore. I don't want to watch this. This is just painful to watch. So I called it early. And I don't do that too often. I'll stay till the end. But when your team's getting beat by 40, at some point you got to say, okay, it's time to it's curtain call for my team. I could go for a banana. I don't know why you put a banana in the chat, Veronica, but I could actually go for a banana. Demisel is coming off the bench. So, Ernie, I'm Mars. Good evening. Great day. It's Friday, so it's a weekend. I'm wearing the one-of-a-kind limited edition, extremely limited edition, TSR Sports 69 jersey that I got free from, I don't remember the name of the website. It's in some of my older streams. They hooked me up. I think you guys bought a couple jerseys from them. They do a really good job. I mean, this is stitched on, numbers. I got 69 over here. It says "Go Spurs, Go" on the back. I I think I'd rock something different tonight. That's right. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. The easiest way to support any YouTube channel, besides subscribing, is hitting the thumbs up. And as always, what'd I do? Go Spurs, go! Doomsday slow mode was requested a long time ago from a subscriber, and I put it on because it stops the naked whatever chat people from coming in and spamming the chat. It gives out my wrench gang time to time them out. So it's only a 6 second slow mode. It's not too bad. J Money, good evening. Big Eats, good evening. Jose, yep. Okay, so he's confirmed the starters. Sohan, Jones, Jakob, Malachi, Kellen. Really curious to see Spurs fans what happens with Malachi Branham in the starting lineup. Extra smooth, dude. Full time Spurs fan. Plans this weekend, Brian. I'm not calling the Spurs game tomorrow. I'm hanging out with friends. I think I will be hanging out with another buddy tomorrow, early morning into the afternoon. Church on Sunday. Spurs recap on Sunday. NFL Sunday is going to be kind of a for me because my New York Giants are on a bye, but they could really use that bye. They've been dealing with a crap ton of injuries. Hopefully they can get healthy on the bye. So not too much going on Sunday. Sunday's kind of always the relaxed day. Bringing a buddy to actually the airport tomorrow afternoon, so I'm hanging out with a multitude of different friends throughout Saturday, and then Sunday will be just kind of a chill day. Might have to hit a grocery store and grab some groceries. So there's my weekend. That's right. You got the Mono jersey, Veronica. That's right. Yeah, some jersey store. The Bucks are 7-0. Well, Jarek, thank you for stopping in. Taiwo, it's a virtual church. I mean, it's an online church. I discovered my previous church shut down, and the pastor went to a church. It's about a half hour away, but I find it just very easy to just go to church from my house. Plus the cost of gas, and it gives me time to chill, work on the Spurs recap a little bit while I'm taking in, the scripture. So it just works out pretty good. Yeah, I know, but they still a win's a win. Mike Beans, good evening. Is it New York? Does it look like a ton of teams are bad? The Victor Tank for Victor train. It's early in the season. I mean, you can't really judge teams right now. When we get to around the All-Star break, I think that'll give us a better gauge of how good teams are. Like I'm all hyped up about the Spurs starting off 5-3. Let's not focus on the two blowout losses to the Hornets and the loss Wednesday night for the Raptors. But we'll see. Just wait and see what happens. Devin is not back in the starting lineup. Good at 2K. Devin's coming off the bench. Malachi Branham is getting his first NBA start. And if you ain't down with that, I got this for you. Boop, beep, boop. All right, I don't know. Herb Jones and Ing are back tonight versus the Warriors. I didn't know they were out. We got the Clippers starting lineup just to verify. It's Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Paul George, Marcus Morris, and Ivica Zubac. Okay. It did. It did, John. It did. I just realized your names. It did a lot. Selena looking like one of my cousins. Hence, I am super conflicted. I see what you did there. I got you. I got you. Giants aren't bad this year. You guys can talk smack all you want, considering when you consider that roster and the offensive line injuries and their total lack of any quality wide receivers right now for the most part. I think Brian Dable has done a fantastic job. You guys can troll me all you want, but you guys know Brian Dable's, at least right now, looking like a darn good coach. And Daniel Jones is at times looking like a legit starting quarterback, and Saquon Barkley definitely is back. How long you guys think it'll be? Since I know I have a lot of Cowboys fans in the chat, so there's a lot of NFC East fans, if you will. When do the Eagles get their first loss? I can't see them going 17-0. I don't think they're that good. Do they lose somewhere around week 10 and 11? Because we see a lot of teams get to 10-0, 11, or week 12, I should say. We see teams get to 10-0, 11-0, but once they get to that, that's usually when the wheels fall off a little bit. Brian Dable, best coach in the NFC East, hands down. December 24th. Is that when we play the Cowboys again? Good evening, It Kills. Thank you for stopping in. Week 9. Oh, so you think they're going to lose next week? All right, so they have a 3-game road trip. That's going to be difficult. It's nice to see Jeremy Sohan. I know he played Wednesday night, but I'm hoping he's 100%, and it's great to see him and Keldon at the forward spot. But really, I'm excited to see what Malachi Branham does. Is he going to – what kind of leash is Pop going to have him on? if he struggles in the first 3 minutes, is he on a short leash? Is he going to immediately bring Devin Vassell in? Is he going to give him a chance to, if he misses a few shots, let him, work through it and try to play through it? I don't know. Eagles have a Mickey Mouse schedule. Well, you know what? The Miami Dolphins, from what I understand, had a Mickey Mouse schedule, and that helped them get to 14-0 in the regular season. I believe if you added up the record of the teams they played, it's under 500. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all their opponents that year had a combined record of under 500. Eagles will score 5 on the Giants. If Clyde would have played, I would have gone to the really butterfly. Yes, Adrian Everett. Malachi Branham is starting tonight. His first career start in the NBA. South 77, I got to think, if you're a Cowboys fan, they've been nothing but a giant disappointment the last 2 decades. And this is not a troll speaking as a football fan and a sports analyst. This is a team that every year the fan base feels like they have a legit shot of going far or even all the way in the playoffs. And every year it feels like they're knocked out in the first round. Over-promise and under-deliver seems to be the Cowboys for the last, really, 25 years. Since the last Super Bowl win, I mean, you've had some good players on your teams. I mean, I thought for sure. I can't believe Romo only had, what did he win? One playoff game in his career? Maybe two? But he was so great in the regular season, but could never put it together in the postseason. Players are on the court, and away we go. Jump ball is won by the Spurs. Spurs wearing their futuristic Tron-ish pixelated jerseys. I don't know. Sohan with the ball on three-point land. I thought he was going to launch a three. Nope, he's going to take it into the paint. Stops. And we'll get it back out to Keldon Johnson with 5 on the shot clock. Keldon pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. He's going to take a three. And make the three. Well, Keldon Johnson, welcome back, Mr. Carter. Very old reference there, by the way. Keldon with the tree ball. Oh, his foot out on the line. Dang it, I hate the long two. Gah! And Kawhi Leonard is out tonight for injury management, a.k.a. load management. Pull-up jumper by Luke Kennard is good. 2-all. Jeremy needs to color his hair some crazy. I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, you learn how to deal with disappointment. That's a myth. Oh, they gave him a 3. Make up your freaking mind. It was a 3. I thought his toe was behind the line, but then I saw the score change to 2, so I was like, okay, I guess it was a 2. We're going to have a foul on San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard is out. I just put him on the thumbnail because I figured when I think Clippers, at least modern Clippers, I still think Kawhi. Although the Clippers haven't won anything with Kawhi Leonard there, probably not. Now that he's in his 30s, an injury-prone career, coming off a year where he didn't play one game due to injury. Was it torn ACL or torn Achilles with him? It was an ACL, wasn't it? I don't know if he's ever going to be the same player again. Marcus Morris headband pull-up jumper, no good. And the rebound will go to Keldon Johnson. Spurs up 3-2. The Clippers have won, though, 6 of the last 10 games versus the Spurs. Trey Jones going to drive, throw it up, and off the rim, and no good. Ball swatted out. Sprint for the rebound. Keldon Johnson will get it. Trey Jones is really struggling with his shot this week. I think I checked yesterday, and he's shooting about 29% from the week. Johnson drives into the paint, throws up the layup, and 1! Off the glass, kiss my brass. KJ with all 5 of the Spurs points trying to make it 6. Oh, John, Keldon Johnson's improvement has been incredible. You lost to Cooper Rush. End of story. Now let's get a Spurs. If we're the only team that lost to Cooper Rush, I would take that personally. But didn't a couple teams lose to Cooper Rush? Cowboys fans, all I'll say is come talk to me when you actually achieve something this millennium. Because you haven't done anything. Most of you haven't even seen the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. Because I know the age of some of you guys. And you haven't even seen a ring. But you've seen the Giants win a ring. Maybe 2. That's my trash talk for tonight. Clippers ball. Marcus Morris throws up another headband jumper. It is no good. I guess that's my lingo tonight. Headband jumper. Spurs playing at the second fastest pace in the NBA this year. Trey Jones with the runner. And that one is good. Trey trying to find his stroke. Who most improved player? Bronco, we don't really have another point guard right now. Romeo Langford's out. I guess he could run the point if needed. Keldon Johnson, in the last game he played, was actually running the point. There's an alley-oop dunk attempt. No good. Zubac couldn't hold on to it. Jeremy Sohan will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Up 7-2. Drop it off to Keldon Johnson. Johnson guarded by PG. PG 13. Johnson's going to drive on PG. Stops, passes it out to Branham, and we have a whistle. All right. Well, my trash talk is we won a Super Bowl 11 years ago. Your trash talk is you won a Super Bowl 27 years ago. Think about that. The team ain't done nothing in your lifetime. Nothing. At least I've seen my team win multiple championships. Just calling like it is. Calvin Long's three. A little short. Latino Lanterns in the house. What's up? Drops a $5 super chat. Is Malachi a starter or bench player? He's a poor man's Glenn Rice. Spurs get the offensive rebound. Putback is no good. It's too early to tell Latino Lantern. He's a 19-year-old rookie, though. I don't want to pass judgment too quick. Nice drive by Reggie Jackson. Throws it up off the glass in 7-4. Spurs up by 3. Thank you for the super chat. You've been super chatting a lot. Appreciate that. Let's give Branham, everybody, Branham, Sohan, Wesley, who's out with injury, let's give him a couple years to see what they, Keldon with another 3. A little too much on it, and that's no good. He's a 3-level scorer. Will that translate into the NBA from college? I don't know. Open for 3. Jackson, swish. Tied game. Spurs playing it. Reggie Jackson looks like he's wearing sunglasses. What's up with that? I know they're probably to protect his eyes, but they really look like sunglasses. Sohan in the pick and roll. Open for 3. Stops. Gets it back to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl in the paint. Poeltl with the layup. No good. May have been partially blocked. I hope the Spurs organization. I hope we come out. Look, Reggie Jackson drives and who gets a layup. I don't know. I don't like talking about the stuff that's going on. I'm going to San Antonio to see my first Spurs game in Texas this year. 2 games. And I just don't want to think about the nonsense off the court right now. It's very negative, and I know it's happening. I'm not ignoring it. I just don't want to talk about it until, Johnson's just driving to the paint hard, gets the jumper off the glass, 9-9. You guys, it's just negative, and I don't want to have a lot of negativity on the channel. I want to stay positive, and that thing will work itself out off the court, and then when we have resolution, I'll address it then. Whatever that resolution may be. PG-13 getting double teamed. Now one-on-one with Trey Jones. Now double teamed again. Gets it into Zubac. Zubac almost loses the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac bodied up by Poeltl. Jump hook over Poeltl is good. Nice job by Zubac to get the bucket. Who are you fearing on the Clippers? Devin's coming off the bench, Dominic. I would say Paul. I would agree, Luke. Probably Paul George. Jones drives in the paint. A little push off maybe. Gets blocked by Zubac. Another miss for Trey Jones. George sprints up the court into the paint. Euro step. Layup. Good. Pop calling a timeout. Yep. Yeah, we knew that timeout was coming. Paul George is still relevant. How about I haven't been following the team, but I saw a stat on Facebook since Russell Westbrook has come off the bench for the Lakers, he's been playing much better. What a shocker. 2 guys that are ball hogs, LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, aka guys that need the ball in their hands all the time, don't work well together in the starting lineup. Can Lakers win 3 straight? Adrian, who are they playing? I know they're playing. I just don't know who they're playing. I mean, they're on a roll now, and I think having Westbrook, he's stuck in Westbrook in my head. Coming off the bench is beneficial to them. I think that was a really smart move, and I think they're going to continue to maybe improve if they keep doing that. The big question with the Lakers is health. Anthony Davis, injury prone. LeBron James approaching 40. If you're a Lakers fan, the biggest concern is one of those 2 guys missing time due to injury. Lonnie's been good, but he can't shoot the 3 for crap. I think he's shooting under 30% from 3 with the Lakers. On the opposite side of the spectrum, I did check in on Derek White and DeJounte Murray today. I'm a basketball reference junkie. Both guys shooting over 40% from beyond the arc this year. I don't know why that wasn't happening with San Antonio, but Derek is shooting, I think, 43% from beyond the arc, and DeJounte is shooting about 40%. Granted, take it with a grain of salt early in the year, but still, I'm like, they're hitting their 3s. Where was that all last season? I mean, yeah, they hit the occasional 3. Derek was terrible from beyond the arc with the Spurs. I think he finished year maybe like 31, 32%, but with us, shot only about 30%. And now they're playing like the players that we thought they could be last year with having a perimeter game. Jones and his floaters. Lonnie was their best player last. Was he? Okay. Embracing the three-pointer again. Percentage of field goal attempts from three. This season, they're ninth in the NBA. Last season, they were 29th. So the Spurs are launching significantly more threes than they did really the last few seasons based on that stat. They're down right now by 4. Johnson out in three-point land. Gets it over to Devin Seltz already checked in. Malachi Branham has already left the game, and now the ball's going to be poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs. Branham already out. I don't think he didn't score. I think Kelvin has 7 of the Spurs points, and Trey Jones has 2 of the Spurs points. So Johnson leading the team. They took a point off their score. What? Did they just change that back to a 2? What is happening with that? Are they just like messing with me on the NBA pass? They keep changing the score. What the what? Kelvin open for 3. He'll take the 3. And that one's no good. Celtics Bulls, huh? That should be a good game. As I look away, Paul George hits a 3 and the Spurs are doubled up 16-8. Rough start. What is this percentage they keep putting by the people while they're playing? 7, 10, 34. Is this their shooting from the floor? Is this where their shooting percentage from everywhere on the floor? Clippers on a 14-2 run in the last 244. Josh Richardson pull-up jumper is no good. This is a rough start for our Spurs. PG would have pull up. I wonder if the off-the-court stuff will affect this team moving forward. Will it be a distraction? As the Spurs have disappeared in the last 3 minutes, getting outscored 16-2. These field goal percentages are driving me crazy. Johnson launches another 3 and misses again. Kelvin got off to a good start, but he has missed a lot of shots over the last few minutes. A lot of shots. Are you guys seeing this on NBA Pass? There's like a field goal percentage by everybody while they're running around the court. It's actually kind of annoying. I don't like it. It's good information, but I could do without it. Zubac with the little jumper in the paint from the Morris dish. We're down 20-8. Clippers on an 18-2 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Pirtle in the paint. Pirtle with a bit of a Euro step. Throws it up. No good. We can't buy a bucket. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go to the Clippers. Damn. No, Latino Lantern. It's on the NBA Pass for me and on Daily Sports Network. We do have the Hornets pick if it's outside the top 16. Correct. How are the Hornets playing this year? I mean, I know they beat us. Oh, Tony was a back pick? Do you mean a bet? Yeah, yes. Kadarius Toney. What? I said this last week. Both my teams, my 2 favorite teams in sports, the New York Giants and the San Antonio Spurs, neither team has their first round pick from last year. And the Clippers will turn it over. Neither team with their pick from last year. That's unprecedented. To draft a player last year in the first round and then already have him off the team. Spurs ball. Jay Rich. You'll get over to Zach Collins, who's checked in. KBD's checked in. Collins going to take a long 3. No good. Spurs launching 3s left and right. And guess what, Spurs fans and Clippers fans, if they're involving here, they're not going in. Marcus Morris pull-up jumper. Oh, boy. This is, wow. Demisel drives in the paint, dishes it out, and we're going to have a foul on the Spurs. Or traveling. Either way, it's a turnover. I don't like this first quarter. We are up like 8-2, 6-2. Celtics beating the Bulls 39-36. You guys mentioned that game earlier in the chat. Phil, what's up? Or AK Jeremy Science multicolored haircut. Is that what we lost by Wednesday? AB, good evening. Was it 43 the final? I shut the game off with 5 minutes left. As you guys know, I could not take anymore. That pull-up jumper is no good by PG-13. Kelvin Johnson will bring it up for the Spurs as Papa is gone to completely bench. Kelvin's going to throw it out over to KBD into Zach Collins in the post. Back to KBD. Reverse layups blocked. We look like a G League team right now. I hate to say it. Marcus Morris looks down, takes the 3, makes it. This is awful. Well, if the Spurs keep playing like this, the tank for Wemby crowd will be happy. Pop's calling another timeout. And Spurs tickets will be really cheap by the time I get out there in December. It was 143, 100. Oh, we did get to 100 at least. I used to say at the end of those games, not anymore. If the Spurs are getting annihilated like that, and the game's clearly over with 5 minutes left, that's when I'm just going to call it a night. I don't. Yeah, Butterfly. This is If you guys get the thumbs up, get us to 50 for a Spurs fan that's got to suffer through this. We appreciate you. We need this. We need this. We need some nasty. The Spurs need this. That's what we need right now. Forcing shots. The shots aren't going in. We're better than this. Adrian, I don't think the Spurs, obviously, they didn't know they were going to waive Joshua Primo. I mean, I was shocked Joe Wieskamp was only given 1 year. Both our picks, we essentially, you guys have talked about this on the stream, we essentially didn't have a draft last year. Neither player we drafted last year is on the team. I really have no words for that. Ghostby, good evening. I mean, that's going to go down as one of our worst drafts in recent memory, is it not? 2021, yes, granted, the reason one of the players no longer on the team is more of a legal thing, not an injury bust or just bad playing bust. But I mean, you got to factor in that was a lottery pick, 12th overall, 12th, 11th or 12th, 12th, right? It was 11 or 12. I don't remember. Devin and Primo, I get their draftings mixed up, but to have both your players no longer on the team and then one of them be a lottery pick, I got to think that's our worst draft in history, right? Despite the circumstances, I can't think of a worse draft off the top of my head right now. AB, you just did. The game! Boop! Boop! Lucas Samrich was a bad pick, but Keldon Johnson was also drafted in 2019. So obviously that turned out to be a good draft for us. And at least Samrich lasted 2 years. Actually, 3 years. He was cut in preseason. It was 12th. Okay, thank you. I thought it was 12th. Worst draft in I just can't. Not worst pick, but just worst draft overall. Especially when you consider that players that were drafted after Joshua Primo in that draft that could be on the team, producing, maybe starting. It happens. Hopefully, when we look back on things, this year's draft where we took 3 players, hopefully we'll be looking at this draft as one of the best, if not the best in Spurs history. And I know you can say, well, Tim Duncan was the best in Spurs history or David Robinson, but like those were number 1 picks. You expected those to be home runs. But when you have like a Keldon Johnson type pick where you pick him 29th or a previous Spurs DeJounte Murray where you're taking a player late and they blossom into much more than anticipated, that's a huge swing and a home run. Whoa, I'm still on the game. I'm at to start my clock. My bad. Devasel's open for 3. Thank sweet baby Jesus. We got a bucket. Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. Does that really happen? We got a bucket. Thank hallelujah. Just let the bleeding stop. Which is a great album by Cannibal Corpse. That's very random. But it is a Cannibal Corpse album. Reggie Jackson drives in the paint, misses layup. The Bleeding, probably one of their best in my opinion. Josh Richardson over to Devassel. Maybe Devin can start getting it going. He's been off for a week or so. He's going to drive in the paint, pull up jumper. Devassel, welcome back, baby. Now we're up to 13. We're up to 13, Spurs National. 5 points in a row by Devassel. I did a Spurs rebuild. We had the worst pick and still didn't get the first. Wow, great. Why are the Rockets? Didn't the Rockets load up on draft picks and they still stink? That pull-up 3 is no good by Marcus Morris. It is Spurs ball. Looking to get it back down. They're going to keep cutting this lead down. Kellen Johnson in the paint. His runner, oh boy. No good. As soon as that came out, Kellen is actually the one forcing some shots right now. And I'd like to see him tone it down a bit. I get trying to score for your team, but you got to take smart shots as we're going to have an offensive foul on PG. Yep. We don't Latina Lantern. Well, we only have 1 point guard on the team. 1 true point guard. Kawhi is their best pick and trade. Well, he wasn't a pick, though. He was a trade. That was a trade. The Pacers picked him, and then we traded for him immediately. As far as draft day trades, then that would go down to the Spurs. And whether you love Kawhi Leonard or hate him, you have to admit he was an incredible talent the short time he was with us. A fantastic two-way player. And trading for him for what we gave up and what we got, definitely our best draft day trade in the history of the Spurs franchise. Unless I'm missing something. Zach Collins drives to the paint, gets the bucket. We are down by 10. The Spurs waking up. Wait for the catch up on the table. 1 or 2. Spurs on a 7-0 run in the last minute and a half because I'm losing my mind quoting songs and being stupid. Maybe I'll use a word like lupid. Another miss for the Clippers as Marcus Moore's turnaround J is no good. Rest in peace, Humpty. That is an awesome song. Digital Underground, the Humptiness. Definitely going to drive in the paint. Stops, gets it out to J Rich. J Rich rifles it on over to KBD. Drops it off to Zach Collins in the paint, and Collins is getting. Oh, he traveled. Oh, Morris and Collins now getting the shoving match. Collins, he got a lot of anger out there. He's always shoving somebody or getting into somebody almost every game now. I will say, having the little shooting percentage thing over the players' heads is annoying, but it does put their name up over there. So if I'm not sure who somebody is, it helps. It helps call a game. A little bit of a fight. What if the NFL makes an NFL team in San Antonio? Would I like them? I mean, the Giants would still be number one, Adrian. And no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because I care this much about the New York Knicks. Don't care an iota. And I'm a New York Giants fan and New York Yankees fan. Screw the Knicks. Don't care about the Nets either. Not screw them, but 2015 draft, number 26, Nikola Katie Lane. Isn't he still wasn't he part of a trade like 2 years ago? Terrible draft, but we have to take that with a grain of salt because that's the 26th pick and the 55th pick. When we talk about last year's draft, we're talking about a lottery pick. A lottery pick that only lasted 1 year, and then Joe Mama was drafted 41st or 42nd. I got to think we're getting a T on Zach Collins, maybe a double team. Coach Carter. I mean, Myers Leonard and Zach Collins always confused me. I always thought they were twins. No, I don't care about the Jets at all, Zach. Zero. My allegiance is to my teams, not the cities and other teams that play in said cities. I mean, I'm from Massachusetts. I have no allegiance to New York per se, but the Giants don't even play in New York. They play in freaking New Jersey. I don't know what the refs are saying. Zach Collins actually, I never, he's actually pretty jacked. I wouldn't mind his physique. Sending fouls. Thank you. I don't have the sound on because the sound is so out of sync with the NBA pass has been terrible this year, and the video and audio are not in sync. So I just shut the audio off because if I'm watching the game, I used to have the audio up a little bit so I could hear the whistles. The problem is the whistle is 5 to 10 seconds, maybe more, ahead of the video. I think maybe there's no delay on the audio. There's a massive delay in the video, which is why I'm always behind you guys. It's really frustrating. John Wall's checked into the game, former Washington Wizard. It is, I was going to say Wizards ball, Clippers ball, up by 10. We got PG and Wall out there. All right. Batum with the ball. Get over to John Wall. Wall for three. Swish. John Wall, one of those players you say, what if? Like Derrick Rose, if you will. What if he stayed healthy his whole career? He's been dinged up quite a bit. Clippers shooting 67% from the field. The Spurs are shooting half of that at 33. My clock's not running. I'll get it running now. Kyle, congratulations, though I have not watched 1 second of the World Series this year, nor will I watch 1 second of the World Series. I'm a Denver Broncos fan. I really started like basketball. I started like the Spurs because of Manu and other Texas teams are. Okay, Adrian. Yep, swish, kill the fist. What is the biggest what if for the New York Giants? Wow. Spurs ball, Jay Rich will have the ball knocked out of bounds and will stay up. And the first kid that popped in my head, the guy that popped in my head, I'm drawing a blank on his name. The kid that played for Virginia or Virginia Tech, running back that messed up his neck. We never really got to see him. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Spurs turn the ball over. I'm sure a Giants fan in the chat will be able to name it. And then the Clippers, do they turn it over back to the other end? Nope, still Clippers well. Crap. What is his name? He played like 2 years first, got a neck injury, and he was out for, he was done after that. I had high hopes for him. David Wilson. Thank you. That's it. Tino Lantern, he's not the answer, but David Wilson was a huge what if for me because his career ended, I think I want to say his second year. Maybe it was his third, but I feel like it was only his second year. Tyler, good evening. Very disappointed in that David Wilson deal. That 3-point is no good for Terry Mann with three no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Spurs ball. My second says Ash. Yeah, I think so. Butterfly. Um, and I guess that'd be good for them if they win a World Series with no controversy. Obviously, the whole cheating thing in their last World Series. I'm not bringing that up to troll, but if they can win a World Series with just nothing shady, then that helps. I think kind of set the organization right from a outside perspective. Vassell with the ball in the paint, spins around, turns around, throws up the J. Wow! Holy crap! That was a difficult shot. Devin Vassell making some magic work. That was beautiful. That was impressive. Vassell with 7 points, 3 of 3 from the floor. And a behind the back attempt pass from Terrence Mann, no good. Spurs on the run. Jay Rich into the paint, throws it up, no good. The putback is good by Vassell, but we're going to have a foul before the putback. I think the foul's on John Wall. Yeah, degenerative nerve disorder. Oh, the biggest what if in football might be the Russell Wilson interception at the end of Super Bowl 49. But somebody asked in regards to New York Giants, Victor Cruz, if he wasn't injured, just how could have he have been? Because he was crazy good his first 2 years and then just couldn't stay healthy. So at wide receiver, he's definitely my biggest what if. Jay Rich free throws good. Spurs can get it to single digits. So, I mean, they're fighting back. I think the Raiders are going to regret the Devontae Adams trade since it didn't. What happened with Devontae Adams, Kyle? Did he end up getting suspended for a lengthy amount of time for pushing that camera dude? I mean, it's not working out for the Packers either. The Packers suck like nobody's business. Richardson misses the second free throw because, we can afford to just throw points away. What if for that was the year they blew the playoff game in San Francisco? Ah, yeah, that means that you're going back to 93, I think, on that one. That was the last year for Sims and Taylor. Wall with the runner in the paint. No good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Spurs will hold for the last shot. Clock's a little ahead. But yeah, that 49ers, oh, I forgot about that. Jay Rich for three. Our three-pointing shooting sucks tonight. Half court three at the end of the. Oh, I almost went in. But no good. Who shot that? I gotta look at my. Is that Norman Powell? I don't have a number for him, and I forgot his number. Ba-ba-da-da. Well, not the worst first quarter we've ever had. Not the best first quarter we've ever had. That's Norman Powell. I thought so. But making the game respectable, and it's far from over. And Devin Vassell has looked good tonight. And Spurs fans, you got to be excited about that. I think he does have a pretty high ceiling. How high? I don't know. But he's shown us some serious three-level scoring this year. And if he keeps it up, he's going to be an important part of this franchise for the next decade. So very excited about that myself. Yes, Kerry Collins. Oh, the other four. I'm thinking the 49ers playoff game. Not the you talking about the blown one. I was thinking about the one. I think we got crushed in '93. I know what you're talking about. Okay. I got to tell you, this boy call me. I cry. But what, Walter? You singing a song? What's up, AJ? That's true. True, Kyle. Two Kyles back to back. Yeah, Gooseby, not trolling the Packers there, but they're when you consider who's their quarterback, expectations had to be higher going into the season. But well, there you go. Defensive scheme sucks, and no receivers. I feel you on that one. As a New York Giants fan, our receiving core is atrocious right now. It's abysmal. I Richie James is our best receiver. Who exactly? Jazz play the Lakers tonight. What else is going on tonight? Bucks and Timberwolves. That should be good. But the Timberwolves are only 4-4. Trailblazers. There's a good bevy of games tonight going on. You got the Raptors and I'm sorry, the Warriors and Pelicans starting soon, I suppose, at 9 o'clock. You got the Bucks and Timberwolves tonight, the Blazers and Suns, the Jazz and Lakers. I have the league pass and I can watch these. The problem is I don't mind watching the Spurs without any sound on because I'm calling the darn game. But good lord, I just went into the future. Shoot. Doug McDermott with a bucket. I jumped out of the commercial break and I was 20 seconds into the game. I can't watch these games with the sound being off so much. But 2 for 3, no good. The audio is literally like 10 to 15, 20 seconds ahead of the video. I just can't watch a game like that. Hopefully they fix it sooner than later. McDermott into the paint. Reverse layup is good, and the Spurs have cut it to 6. Fight, Spurs, fight! Klay Thompson's not surprised. I mean, Klay's had 2 years of missing games. That three's no good. Clippers get the ball back. John Wall's going to take a long straight up three. No good. And Jeremy Sohan will come down with the rebound. He'll bring it up the court for the Spurs. Sohan running the court. And we'll defer to Jay Rich. Jay Rich taking a long three. My goodness, our three-point shooting tonight. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll go to the Clippers. Our three, what are we like? Latino Lantern, I'll be on hold forever. And you know it's going to do nothing. I've seen people complain about the NBA app on all sorts of platforms. John Wall pull-up jumper, no good. Man gets the offensive board. He's going to drive baseline and stepped out of bounds or pushed off or whatever he did. It's going to be Spurs ball. But me calling is not going to have them fix the app. They only charged $100 for it this year, and that's probably one of the reasons the thing is poop. Steeler Nation, good evening. I've been very good. Yeah, well, I mean, the Steelers are... I mean, you guys are in a rebuild now. For the first time probably in your lifetime, right? I mean, when's the last time they've really been bad? I can't remember. It's been, what, 80s maybe? I don't know. Turnover by the Spurs. Clippers ball, up by 6. Powell running the paint, no good. Foul going to the line for 2. It's 1 p.m. here on a Saturday. Well, Jalen, where the heck are you right now? 1 p.m. on a Saturday. The Bally Sports app is down? Oof. Nice, Kyle. I've actually taken up running every day. I'm trying to get back in the shape I was a year ago. I mentioned to you guys I had a medical injury earlier this year. That really knocked me out. So I'm only running 1.2 miles a day. I don't like running, but I run on my 15-minute break. I take a 15-minute 11 o'clock at my job. So Monday through Friday, I just get down, run quick 1.2 miles in 12 minutes. Might be a little more than that. I don't know. I don't have an app. I'm guessing, but sometimes I run faster, slower, whatever. Sometimes it's a full-on sprint. But, I'm like, you know what? Plus other stuff, playing basketball, riding my bike, lifting weights again. So I really hope to be back in shape starting next year. The shape that I want to be in. McDermott throws the ball away, trying to hit Sohan, and it's going to be Clippers ball. From a different... You're in New Zealand? What? That's far from home. You like Spider-Man, far from home. John Wall on three-point land. Wheeled around to Norman Powell. Powell, little pick and roll, drops it off to Coffee. I didn't know Coffee was playing in the game today, but whatever. I don't have him on my roster. All good. John Wall out, three-point land again. Stops, pops. No good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Wait, you moved? Are you serious? You live in New Zealand now? McDermott, step over 3. Finally, the Spurs hit a 3. It feels like it's been forever. We're down by only 4. As bad as the Spurs played to start this game, we're only down by 4. Spurs field goals this quarter. They're 3 of 4. The Clippers are 0 for 6. The Clippers have not hit a shot this quarter. They've gotten a few offensive rebounds, but can't convert anything. Zubac in the paint will throw down a huge dunk, the highest percentage shot in the NBA. That's how you get some buckets on the board. Wait, what? Points on the board. I would move to Texas. I turned away, and that was a quick three-pointer for Zach Collins. Spurs down by 3. I work for the state of Connecticut. I have a terrific pension and health care plan when I retire, so I can't leave my job early. So Coffee for 3. Now the team's both starting to heat up. So I will be here in Connecticut for at least 15 more years, maybe 20. McDermott for 3, no good. Alfman shot. $2, what's going on? It's been a hot minute since last see you. What the $5 super chat, he says. Massive salute to the big boss, Rich. And for all Giants fans around the world, Slapball Stinky Boy loses out from dough. Forget about it. Hopefully you've been well, my man. Our Giants, we lost the last game, but overall, a huge improvement over the Joe Judge era. Clown Show Joe. Oh my gosh. Brandon with the jumper to make it 34. He's like, hopefully you're doing well, my man. Thanks for the super chat. Whew. Spurs look kind of fired up right now. And I'm hoping in December you'll see me behind that bench, Spurs fans. Not too far behind. I'm going to the Pelicans and Suns games. If you're watching the game, you will see me there at some point, and I'm probably gonna be acting like a doofus because every time the Spurs do something good, I'm gonna. The fans that are there have been going probably to numerous games. My first game there, I'm gonna be all rah 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 crazy. Yes, Kyle. Yes, Aaron Boone stinks. He has to go. Track coach Joe Judge. I'm sure Joe Judge might be a nice guy off the field, but one of the worst Giants coaches in the history of my life. He's definitely top three. He's really battling Ray Handley for worst Giants coach of all time. Joe Judge took over a team that was kind of a mess and had issues. Didn't make it any better, probably made it worse. But Ray Handley took over a Super Bowl team. Bill Parcells retired, and Ray Handley was I think it was the OC. Or was it the DC? I don't remember. He was a DC. He was a douche chip. He took over the New York Giants. First year after Super Bowl, go 8-8, and then the next year 6-10. In 91 and 92, I think those are the correct years. He's out. Next year, the Giants make the playoffs, kind of back to form. Of course, then everybody that's a legend on the team is retired at that point. Sims, Taylor, but man, 2 wasted years of just Ray Handley sucks. Scotty Barnes is hurt. The Yankees' main problem, they were playing like baseball this year, playing small ball, like the long ball, small ball. They were mixing it up, and the pitching certainly I thought was good. And pitching was fine in the playoffs. It seems like every year for I don't know how many years in a row, the bats are going ice cold in the playoffs. I, I don't know if these guys on the team maybe they just can't handle the pressure getting to you, Bennett. Let out some steam. It's inexplicable. It's like A-Rod. Regular season, fantastic. Playoffs generally sucked, except for that one series. I don't, I can't explain it. Boone, I do think has to go though. I'm ready to move on from him. And the Yankees suck. That's a problem. Okay, that's fair too. Who's ruining Mac Jones? Matt, I I don't know if Joe Judge, Aaron Judge is going to be a Yankee next year. He's going to want a huge contract, especially after the monster year he just had. There's always that fear that when you give a player a monster contract after a monster year, are they going to? He's probably not going to have a better year next year. So how much are they going to regress from that great year? 34-30. Powell drives, stops, pops. Nice fade. Latino Lantern with $2 super chat says Clippers playing Silvers, Spurs playing pre-con deck. Wait, I got that reference. Good one. Are Slivers? Are you a Sliver deck player? I do have Sliver Overlord as a commander deck because I had the premium deck from way back in the day. Powell drives in the paint, gets the mini layup / dunk. The Clippers up by 8, but I had the premium foil decks that they did for the Slivers, Fire and Lightning, which was the mono red deck, and then they had the Graveborn, I think it was mono black deck, and then they cut the series down. I like that series. Sohan in the paint gets rejected. Clippers ball. Mr. Z, I don't know what to make of this team right now. They looked really good, and then we had a plethora of injuries Wednesday night and got annihilated by the Raptors. They're struggling tonight. They've got the off the court controversy. There's a lot happening with this team, and I don't know how much the off the court stuff is a distraction to them. Hopefully, not at all. And a foul on the Spurs in the paint, non-shooting foul. I would not be happy with Aaron Judge in Boston. Although I will say, Latino Lantern, the pre-con decks over the last couple years are actually really good and very playable out of the box. Wizards has done a great job with that. They haven't done a great job keeping prices reasonable. $10 super chat from my man Tuto says, Rich, please make an official announcement on your live show loud and clear. We all Italians will be at the Lincoln January 8th Giants away game. All boys, losers, pulling up, show up, or shutting up. You're going to be at the game. That is awesome, dude. Congratulations. Because I missed a 3-pointer by the Clippers. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Your ad is awesome. All the Italians are going to be there at January to watch the Giants beat the Dallas Cowboys as Devin Vassell keeps his hot streak going with a bucket. Quickly down the other end, Clippers looking for a quick bucket of their own. John Wall is going to take a baseline three, and it's not going to be any good. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. Kellen having a rough first half as it stands right now. Hopefully he can get it going. We need him firing on all cylinders because Devin's firing on all cylinders right now. Speaking of Devin, he's going to get it over Trey Jones. Jones into the paint. Throws it away. That was a terrible pass. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Romeo Langford's out with Romeo Langforditis. He's always injured. Yeah, Kyle, I don't think they're that good. I don't think they're that good. That's right. We couldn't beat Rush, but we can beat Dak Prescott. That's going to be the key to victory. Dak Prescott will be starting in that game. Cooper Rush is your better quarterback. I said it. Just like Tony Pollard's better than Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just not giving the opportunity because he's not making as much. I think he's a more explosive runner. I said it. I actually do think Pollard might have a higher ceiling than Elliott at this time. I don't know how you Cowboys fans feel, but I just feel like I don't know. I think Elliott's best years are he's one. I think he's one dimensional. Another turnover by the Spurs. Another turnover on Trey Jones. Rush over Dak. Oh wow, you actually do. Do you agree? I was actually trolling on that one, but I was not trolling with Pollard over Zeke. Zeke is more and more of a north to south power runner. I think Pollard has more explosive potential to take it. Take one, 70 yards or whatever. PG-13 pull up three, no good. Trey Jones tips it over to Keldon Johnson. Spurs on the run. No, never mind, not on the run. KJ now on the run, drives in the paint, out to Trey Jones. Jones a 3-point land, back into Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl back over to Kellen. Kellen's going to launch another three. Come on, man. Ugh. Nice, Omar. Fair enough. I appreciate the hustle too, son of Scar. I just don't know if he's the guy for the next decade. Zubac in the paint, misses the dunk, but he is fouled by Jakob Poeltl. Not depressing. You want depressing Wednesday's game. Wednesday's game against the Raptors was legit depressing, where for the first time in a long time, I ended a stream early because that game was abysmal to watch. Zubac at the line. He's got 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Strong start, and the Clippers are back up by 10. The Bills winning the Super Bowl? I was rooting for them 3 times. The Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl in the 90s. Wasn't rooting for him once, but I was definitely rooting for him 3 times. Zubac's second free throw is going to bounce around on the rim and finally roll off of it. Who's going to step up for the Spurs here? Johnson, Poeltl, Jones, Bates, Diop, and Vassell on the floor, so 4/5 of the normal starting lineup. I got to think Vassell will be starting. Well, actually, he might not. The Spurs might be resting a lot of guys tomorrow night. We'll see. Vassell, pull-up jumpers. Man! Is it me or is Devin Vassell absolutely impressive tonight, showing 3-level scoring and an ability to create his own shot anywhere on the floor. He's got 11 points, 5 of 5 from the field. He is killing it tonight. Almost a turnover. And yes, turnover. Trey Jones with the steal off the Paul George pass. Spurs running. Devin Vassell stops, drives to the paint, and will reset the offense with 16 on the shot clock. What's up, Leonardo? Vassell now driving in the paint. Passes it out to Kellen. Kellen for another 3. Finally! Kellen hits his first 3 in what feels like forever. I think he hit his first one in the game, then missed like the next 6. And he finally makes another one. Reggie Jackson to the paint. Mr. October with the layup. Nope, wrong Reggie Jackson. Good inning, Cowboy X Factor. Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch any football. What's the game of the week Sunday? Does anybody know? Like, what's the big game to watch on Sunday for the NFL? I do want to watch at least one game. KBD into the paint. Pull-up jumper is good. 44-39. Who I got in the Super Bowl? Edward, I have no idea. Malachi, he started Latino, and he had a bucket. He hasn't played, although Pop probably going with the hot hand. Down the cell is just playing lights out offensively right now. Jackson bounce pass to Zubac. Zubac finds the open Morris over in the baseline. 3-point attempt, no good. Demisel with the rebound, and he'll bring it up for our Spurs. Marcel going to drive, get into the paint. Drops it off to Jakob Pertl. Pertl with the layup. Spurs back down by 3. They're keeping it close. Ozzy, good evening. Ghost. You know what? I haven't done one of these in a while. Go Spurs, go! Yeah. Spurs on a 9-2 run in the last minute and 50 seconds. Playing a little better as of late. Powell for 3. Dang it. As soon as I say the run, Norman Powell shuts me up. Bunghole. KC won the Super Bowl? I don't know if I trust Kansas City without Tyreek Hill. They still have one of the best, if not best, quarterbacks in the NFL, though. Demisel open for 3. Bam! Demisel! 6 of 6 from the field. He is on fire! The big game of the week is Ron Jambo versus TSR. Ron Jambo would destroy me. Demisel, 14 first half points, has not missed a shot. Keldon Johnson, nope, foul. Foul before the steal. Kyle, I'll say go 7. It looks like it's a tough series. I think I went in 7. What's your favorite basketball movie to watch? I guess White Men Can't Jump. It's probably the basketball movie I've seen the most. We're talking like not, fictional stories. Probably White Men Can't Jump. Vassell's look great today. I just don't know if he's going to play tomorrow. Don't forget, we have a back-to-back versus the Denver Nuggets tomorrow. I will not be calling that game. I'll be hanging out with friends. I'll be hanging out with friends a lot tomorrow. Friends in the morning, friends in the afternoon, and friends in the evening. So tomorrow's going to be a friendly day. I could actually go for some Friendly's ice cream right now. Yeah. Well, I don't want to say that. Good at 2K. I don't know if we're there, but if he could be our next number 2, I'll take it. Bissett, you talking about Charles? He's not going to get any playing time tonight. Coach Carter? I don't think I own any basketball movies. I mean, I own San Antonio Spurs, a couple of San Antonio Spurs DVDs of their championship seasons. As far as a basketball movie, I really don't own any fictional sports movies. I have The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. I mean, that's a football movie, jail comedy, whatever. And then Major League, which is my favorite baseball movie of all time. But I guess I'm not a big sports movie guy. Even though I love sports, as far as watching movies about them. Oh, wait, I got another baseball movie, The Natural, Robert Redford. Love that movie as a kid. The Natural, Robert Redford. That's another baseball movie. I'm looking at my DVDs that, I never watch because everything's digital now. Cowboy X Factor. Our wide receivers are terrible. I don't have the Selena jersey gif up right now. I don't have Netflix either. OBG's not coming to the Giants again. He's going to go to Contender. Butterfly, yes. I am bringing a friend to San Antonio. That's my carry-on. So there's my friend going to San Antonio. There you go. I've never seen Hoosiers or The Sandlot. I'll admit it. I'm always transparent with you guys. I'm not going to lie. I have not seen those movies. I'm familiar with them. You guys think you're going to waive Kadarius Tony J money? Is he been that bad already? Man, what a bust that guy was. Green Bay could use OBJ. I would agree with that. Stat of the day: Lend Journey coach comparison: Greg Popovich, Bill Belichick. Pop 27 seasons, Belichick 28. Pop's winning percentage 657, Belichick 667, so slightly ahead. Belichick, of course, has 6 titles to Pop's 5. Pop's percentage was higher. I think the Tim Duncan's lifetime winning percentage is close to 70%, might be over it. But the last 3 years have certainly brought the winning percentage down for Greg Popovich. Yes, I can, AJ. Oh, Britney Spears cardboard cutouts in my basement. I don't think I want to have a girlie over and have her see that. Paul George for 3, back to 6. George got 10 points on the night. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It does help the channel. Maybe it'll help the Spurs win. Won't help the Spurs win. KBD off the dish from Jakob Poeltl finishes at the rim and one. Not a dunk. I look like maybe a dunk. KBD with a little wink. Probably a really, yeah, that was a layup. Been a fantastic role player for us. Say what you about Keita Bates-Diop. Yeah, he has those games where he doesn't do anything, but for a guy that's been a plug and play for a couple years here, whether at start or coming off the bench, he's been a very pleasant surprise. Averaging 7.9 points per game in only 12 minutes. Not too shabby. Makes the free throw, back to a 3-point game. What's up, Taylor? Donate the Brittany cutout. Yeah, Butterfly, there are a lot of empty seats. So I'm just going to wait a little while longer before I buy my tickets for December. But the empty seats behind the Spurs bench, I'll be in one of them. So it won't be empty anymore. Odyssey, I don't have any stats. They can certainly drop them in the chat. I will go over the stats at halftime. Devin Vassell, as correct me if I'm wrong, Spurs Nation, has not missed a shot yet tonight. Yeah, Carson Wentz is done. He's done, Cowboy X Factor. I think that's it. Vassell over to Zach Collins, who's checking in for Jakob. Collins, drop it off to Kellen Johnson. Johnson takes off, gets into the paint, back out to Trey Jones. He's going to take a three. Trey Jones with the three. It's a tie game, Spurs fans. It's not a Spurs thing, but it's Trey Jones actually is over the last week or so has been shooting the three better than he has the two. I don't know what to make of that. Paul George sprints into the paint, and we're going to have a foul. Blocking or charge? Blocking or charge? I think it's going to be blocking. You will, Butterfly. Yeah, I mean, oh, congratulations, Zach. I mean, I can't. How are you going to miss me? I'm 6'4". I'll be jumping up and down every time something good. I don't know if I'll be jumping up and down, but I'm not going to be. If we have like a thunder dunk of justice, you know I'm not going to be doing this. I'm going to be like jumping out of my seat, pumping my fist. I don't know how Spurs fans are in the seats if they're that, that visible with the reaction, but I'm going to be so freaking hyped up for both those games. You'll love the game. Lots of fun and yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, the halftime looks fun. Eddie, yes, I can dunk. Well, I think I can dunk. I can dunk on my rim right now, which is an inch short. I could clear my rim. I can dunk at my buddy's house, which is a 10-foot rim earlier in the year, but then I had a medical injury and I'm not back into the shape I was, let's say, in April. So I've been working on it and been running a lot. So hopefully next year at 46, I can still dunk. Highest ceiling on our roster right now? Probably Kelman or Devin. But you never know. They're going to a replay right now. TSR meetup. I'm not going to do a meet and greet. But if you see me at the games, by all means, say hi. There's been a lot of empty seats this season. Shows you how people, so shows you how people in San Antonio really are passionate Spurs fans. Even when I went to a couple of games, fans are boring and quiet. I'm not going to be. Ricky Lombardo around Jam after about to receive tons of ball over that Vikings fan. Oh, you're talking about my buddy Ken, Cowboy X. Good memory. My buddy Coop, who's a big Vikings fan. Bias. Oh, we lost. Yeah, big surprise there. But gosh, I'll be a month from today. I'll be in Texas. A month from today, I'll be watching the Spurs play the Suns. Well, the game will already be over at this time at night. Paul George at the line for two, but man, I'm gonna be looked at so weird. Why? Because I'm going nuts for the Spurs. Be yelling at the team. I love you, Kelvin. Don't retire, Pop. DeJounte sucked anyway. You got me a seat on the fourth. What? The team has surprised me so far. Did you email me, Phil, about that? Makes both free throws. Spurs up. Wow. All right. Hit me up on Malachi. 9 minutes, 1 rebound, 0 assists, 2 points. Damn. Trending on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, though. I'm not on the Twitters. We have another foul. I didn't see what happened. I was looking at the chat. For tickets, I'm gonna use SeatGeek, so I'll look for tickets for. I have no idea where me and Phil are sitting. I assume I'm sitting with you, which is totally fine. obviously. It'd be nice to meet a subscriber and somebody that's obviously been a huge supporter of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. My NBA pass just timed out. Oh, my NBA app just closed. Great. TSR has been ejected because you can get ejected, but I'm not going to say anything that's going to get me ejected from a game. Because we've seen that happen in the NBA a few times. Wow, I'm way behind. When I leave the pass and come back in, all of a sudden I fluctuate into the future. The sell for three. Good! My goodness, the Spurs have the lead! Woo! The Spurs have the lead. I gotta fix my clock. I'm way behind. That's a miss for the Clippers. And the Spurs might go into the half with the lead, Spurs fans. Looking terrible times in this game, but Devin Vassell has been full-on beast mode for San Antonio tonight, and I love it. OGR, no, OGR is not coming. I haven't talked to OGR in a long time. Doug McDermott gets it out to Trey Jones, 4 on the shot clock, and wheel it out to Johnson for 3. In and out, and in! Spurs up by 4. I see fans cheering and jumping up now. Powell's going to sprint down the court. Gets rejected for the end of the half. No, no, no. Great way to finish the quarter, baby. We're sitting on the floor baseline. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. We're sitting on the floor next to the Spurs bench? Dude, are you serious? Wow. Damn, I'm feeling that right here, man. Holy crap. Wow. Dude. Okay. I'm actually tearing up a little. I don't care. Wow. That is. Damn. I'm a loss for words, dude. That is. I can't thank you enough. Wow. I am at a complete loss for words. A complete loss for words. I'll get some stats here for us. I'm obviously very shook in a positive way right now. Dang. Wow. Vamos Spurs Vamos is right. This turned out to be a good half for. Let me do that right. Vamos Spurs Vamos. All right. Let's go ahead and check the halftime stats. I'm so lost right now. Yeah, you'll see me on the court. That's for sure. I don't want to get thrown out for jumping onto the court. I'd be like, sit down, young man. Keep saying Devin is that dude, but Devin has been, dang. Devin's been crazy good tonight. Why can't I pull up NBA.com? All right, there we go. Let's pull up some stats for you guys. Where's the Spurs game? There it is. Spurs up by 4. All right, let's take a look at the Clippers first, my friends. Paul George, 12 points. Marcus Morris Sr. with 5. Ivica Zubac with 7 and 7 boards. Luke Kennard with 2. I barely said Luke Kennard's name all night. Reggie Jackson with 9. Off the bench for the Clippers, John Wall with 3. Norman Powell with 10. Nicholas Batum with 3. Terrence Mann with 0. Amir Coffey with 3. And Kawhi Leonard with this for the San Antonio Spurs fan base and the Houston Rockets fan base for not showing up. I said it. Kellen Johnson having a rough shooting night from three-point land. Only shot 2 of 7, but he does have 12 points and 7 boards and 3 assists. So putting together a nice game overall. Jeremy Sohan got 0. Only took 1 shot, 1 board, 1 assist. Dang. Jakob Poeltl struggling from the floor a bit too. Limited shots. He's only 1 of 4. He's got 2 points and 4 boards. He does have 2 steals and 2 assists. Malachi Branham only took 2 shots. That might be because Kellen was launching so many shots in the first quarter. Brandon with 2 points in his first NBA start. I got to wonder if Devin Vassell will come out and start the third quarter with how phenomenal he played in this. He's playing in this game so far. Trey Jones, with 5 points. Just talking about Devin Vassell, 7 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the arc. He's got 17 first quarter points. Can somebody look up Devin Vassell's career high and drop it in the chat? Josh Richardson with a point. Zach Collins with 7 and 4 rebounds in 11 minutes. Not too shabby. KBD with 5 and Doug McDermott rounding off the bench with 7. Dougie with 3 of 4 shooting. Spurs a much better assist to turnover ratio tonight than well, no, actually not much better, but better. 13 assists to 7 turnovers. Last game they had a over 20 turnovers, I think. All right, let me get back to the chat. Those are our first time stats. Sorry, Alex. Jersey to the game. I'll bring Kelman and David Robinson. David Robinson bobblehead night. I got to wear the David Robinson jersey, and then I'll wear Kelman on Sunday. If they tell you to sit down, just say, I'm TSR Sports. Do what I want. Juancho, fair enough. Kawhi doesn't like Texas. Yeah. True story. Vassell's got 17 off the bench. 23 is that it, Joshua? 23 is his career high? I want to be too close to pop. Good afternoon to you, Aggressive. I stood up and gave a standing ovation after that half. Nice, Fred, as you should. Went down big and fought and fought and fought. I like this young team too, and I'll never root for a tank. I never will. Vassell ain't letting what he hooping. Vassell looks good tonight. He scored 23 twice. Okay, thank you. Wear your TSR media badge. I don't have. I wrote the Spurs organization about, for credentials. Do I need any type of credentials if I'm going to shoot any video? And they never got back to me. So I got to make sure my phone's fully charged for both games and get as much video and cool stuff as possible. And I'm going to upload probably a million videos that weekend. My playoffs will be my San Antonio Spurs trip. I'm so looking forward to it. Vassell could go for 30. Zoomed in, that loss against the Raptors probably the worst loss we've. When you consider how well the team had been playing, that was an absolute letdown. Take it with a grain of salt, though. Keldon Johnson was out. Devin Vassell was out, and those are our 2 top scorers. And when you lose your 2 top scorers and you're playing a good team in the Raptors, you're probably going to lose. I didn't want us to lose by that much, but still. The arena. Well, right now it's halftime, but the arena does look really empty right now. You checked out my seats, Butterfly? I'm gonna have to actually jot that down. Let me go earlier in the chat and find out where those are so I can. That does sound really close. My goodness, Phil. I mean, no words. No words. I'll save that and check that after the game. We'll call these seats. All right. Hopefully it's a good game. I'm excited to see Phoenix. Devin Booker's a fun player. Hopefully Chris Paul is still playing well. Hopefully not well enough that the Suns win, but that should be a really fun game. It'll be a vlog. Take the new calendar. I could. The jersey's a little big on me. It's actually a lot big on me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'll probably wear the one that fits me a little better for the game. I could wear the Army one though. I don't know. We'll see the camo one. I'll play it by ear. Maybe I'll mix it up and wear another. Maybe I'll wear Duncan's jersey. Maybe I will. Wear the Twin Towers for my trip. David on David Robinson bobblehead night. Duncan on the Sunday game. Could do that too. We'll see. I'll have my Spurs coat with the pink collar, so I'll be going old school there. I'm going December 2nd and 4th, Felpunked. I'll be watching the Suns game and Pelicans game. I know people said you shouldn't announce when you're going to be away from your home. Well, I've got a home security system. I'll have somebody staying here, so I'm not afraid to leave the house because somebody will be here and got the 80T. So I think everything will be okay in that regards. But you guys are going to see me there too, so why not let you know? And I'm putting up a ton of videos about it. I also plan on going to the Alamo Dome. I'm excited. Suns and Pelicans. Pelicans and Suns. Pelicans December 2nd. Hopefully Zion's not having any issues. I would love to see him play. And then December 4th against Phoenix. I know the things happening in January. I already planned the vacation before the Alamo Dome game versus the Warriors. And I can't go both months. I mean, the trip itself, the flight, the hotel, everything's costing $1,200 plus my ticket to the whole trip's going to probably cost me about $2,000 total. And to have to do that again in January, I don't want to have to do that. Hello, Richard, from one Richard to another. When you wake up and see the worst blowout in 79 Seven's final score, yep, I hear you. I don't have a Steven Jackson jersey, nor will I ever. No, yeah, no more, no Moss is right, Leonardo. No bueno. What do you think about the San Antonio Brahma Bulls? I can't help but think of The Rock when I hear Brahma Bull. Who are they? The Brahma Bulls? I actually don't know who that is. Is that, I don't know who that is. You can stream from your seats for like stream from my seats. I guess if I have a good enough internet connection, um, then I could do that. We'll see. Hopefully, though, I have a good connection. If I can stream live, that'd be great. Tower of America, okay. Fly to Austin. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Is there Six Flags in San Antonio? Why don't you take the Mono Ginobili? Well, I'm only I could bring all five Spurs jerseys that I have and wear one each day that I'm there. Like I'll be there 4 days and then one brief morning. But I'm also limited. I don't want to bring a suitcase because you guys know that's a pain in the butt. I'm flying Southwest. We have two carry-ons, and since I'll be traveling light, since the weather's nicer out there, I don't need a winter coat. I will probably bring maybe one pair of shorts. Well, I need shorts in December. I mean, it's 75 here in New England in November, but we're still talking about a whole month from now. Or should I bring pants? I'm not gonna. I bring what I'm bringing is what I bring into a small vacation I usually go on in New Hampshire. So it's going to be one duffel bag, which will be my carry-on, and then you have your small carry-on, which will be my laptop. I need to bring my laptop to upload content. I'm still going to do the recap on Sunday the 4th from the hotel room. So that'll be my laptop and I don't know anything that's breakable. I guess in there. Six Flags, SeaWorld. Wait, is SeaWorld in San Antonio? I haven't been to a SeaWorld in a long time. But they're not. Do they do the outdoorsy stuff in December, or do they close it up? Big Lou's in San Antonio has a 42-inch pizza. We have bipolar weather. Go eat at the market. Okay, you guys are dropping a lot of stuff that I'm not going to remember. I'll probably bring a pair of shorts just in case. I'm not big enough to not wear them twice. I think I'm gonna be sweating out there. Dom and Charles are on the bench. They're not going to play. SeaWorld in San Antonio. Wow, maybe I should go. Spurs closing on a 50-29 run in the final 16 minutes. Pablo, that's awesome. Try the puffy taco. That sounds so dirty. SeaWorld in San Antonio. That sounds awesome. I didn't know. I should look up things to do in San Antonio about 2 weeks before my trip. But SeaWorld, I have plans Friday night, Sunday, but Saturday I have no plans. Spending the day at SeaWorld? Yeah. Can you do a shout out to John Kirby Yamano, a young Spurs fan? Yes, John Kirby. Is it Yamano or Yamano? Not sure. But congratulations being a young Spurs fan. Hopefully, if you're really young, you get to see him win some titles in the next 5 to 10 years. They're across the street. Dang, I do, Zach. I'll eat a fish taco. I'm not a big coaster guy. Now that I'm getting older because of some neck issues I have. So riding coasters that violently throw me around, not my jam. But a nice casual walk to a park, I'll do that. Yeah, speaking of which, do you guys think we're going to trade any of the vets before the All-Star break? And who do you think's most likely to go? I think the names we hear the most on the channel and just in general, Jakob Pertl, Josh Richardson, and Doug McDermott. I don't think there's any chance, and you know what, that all three of them are on the roster after the All Star break. I think at least one goes. Which one? Uh, Antonio, thanks for the info. I'm probably going to not do that. um, as a somebody, yeah, I did go to those in my early 20s. I used to drink with a buddy and really became more about just the hangout. Yeah, there was pretty girls there, but more just about hanging out with my buddy and talking and the fake celebrities we'd see. Like we'd see people that looked like Charlie Sheen or whatever, and we'd be like, "Hey, Charlie Sheen's here," even though it really wasn't him in Springfield, Massachusetts. The Mardi Gras is what it was called, and our code word. I was single when we went. When we went, I was single, and he was in a serious relationship. So we would, when we were texting, it would always be we were going to Boston Billiards. And we weren't texting back then. It was just Boston Billiards was the code of a pool place that's no longer open in West Springfield, Massachusetts. I don't think we're trading Jakob, but he is on the last year of his contract. And that's one thing we got to remember about those three vets. Jakob is on his last year. Josh Richardson's on the last year of his contract, and Doug McDermott's contract expires next season. So could the Spurs move them and try to get something instead of getting nothing? We saw them do that aggressively last year. I didn't think they would get anything for Thaddeus Young. They got something for him. So I think they might trade one, two, maybe all three. We do need a big man, so Yako would be the one I think we trade the least. But we have a plethora of guards on the, young guys waiting to play, like Blake Wesley when he's healthy, Malachi Branham, etc. So I could see them moving on from Jay Rich and Doug. And Jay Rich and Doug, I know a lot of you like them, would be a valuable asset to a team that's playoff bound. Unless we're playoff bound, if it looks like we have a legit shot of making the playoffs early next year, then the Spurs might be like, we're not trading anybody. Yakum get more money? Yes, he can. Odyssey. I've even seen some articles about he can definitely get more money. Barkley always talks smack about our ladies. Mr. Z right now, yes, but too early to give a final player of the game. I do not want Ben Simmons. I don't. Why? He's a headache. Why would anybody want a locker room night? I mean, not even a locker room night. A guy that sat out a season for his respective team. I absolutely no way, shape, and form do I want Ben Simmons on this team. No, no, no. I think I did maybe one video on Ben Simmons earlier last year, and that's all I needed to do because I don't want him on the team. Done. If they trade for him, I'll support him and root for him because he'll then be a Spur, but hell no, I don't want Ben Simmons. If you are in the Hill County, I don't have an entourage. That'd be me flying out there. We are getting ready for the second half. Let me put Q3. I wonder if any of you guys will see me around San Antonio and yell out TSR Sports. Like, not at the game, but just like if I'm traveling around and you're like, yo, TSR, I'll be like, hey, what's up? I guess if you say, yo, Rich, I obviously respond to that too. I definitely would. That's my name. Marcus Morris Sr. with the ball, kicks it out to Paul George, pulls down the three, now takes a harder looking 3-point shot over Jeremy Sohan. Beautiful shot by PG-13. Simmons can kick rocks. Yes. Then we'll set the Spurs back. Yes, I think I agree, Huncho. I don't want him. Malachi Branham is starting off the second half of the Spurs. Sohan for three. No good. And it'll be Clippers ball. Spurs up by one. I think that was only Jeremy Sohan's second shot of the game. Not taking a lot of shots tonight. Paul George shoots over Trey Jones, and ball's going to be swatted out of bounds. And I think that was swatted by Jakob. Yeah, going to be Clippers ball. Giants playoff bound. If they can get the offensive line healthy, then yes, they can make a legit shot at the playoffs. But if like Evan Neal and others are still out, or I don't know what the timetable is for them off the top of my head right now, but if they're going to be missing offensive linemen, no, definitely not. They don't have wide receivers to throw to as it is, so they're going to have to lean on Saquon a lot, but they're going to need strong offensive line play to do so. That's a miss by Reggie Jackson. Spurs ball. Brandon bring out the court, gets it to Sony, and he's open again for three. Missed again. Dang. Teams are going to leave him open until he starts making them. Norman Powell brings up the court, kicks it out to Morris. Morris thinks about a three, loses it out of... Nope. That was a crazy pass to Jackson. I thought it went out of bounds. It actually... like a magnet to Reggie Jackson. Jackson's going to pull up. It's good, but I think we have a blocking foul on a pick and roll by Zubac. Yes, we do. Spurs ball. I don't know what they're going to do with Daniel Jones, Mikey. That is a giant question mark. He has played very well at times this year, especially when we consider the limited weapons he has around him. Jones for three. Good. Trey Jones clearly worked on his three in the offseason, and I'm very proud of him for getting a 3-point shot. He was abysmal last year. I think he's shooting, if you include tonight's game, maybe around 34% from three, which is not fantastic, but it's a hell of a lot better than 10%. It is Clippers ball. Jackson drives into the paint, gets it to Zubac. Zubac double teamed. Zubac spinning around, takes the little jumper. No good. Spurs ball. 10 minutes to go. 61-57. Jones sprints up the court into the paint. The runner is good. Trey Jones on a 5-0 run, and we're going to have a timeout by the Clippers. No Simmons at any price. I want to win tonight. This has been such a rough week as a Spurs fan between the blowout Wednesday night, all the stuff with the organization, the off the court stuff. Now, I'm not going to act like it doesn't exist. I'm not doing that, but I don't want to do videos on it because it's not fun. F 'em. There you go. I won't say it, but you can. I do try not to swear on this channel. I think once slips out once in a while, like every once in 6 months, where I'll curse. I'm surprised I didn't curse Wednesday night. Real Richie, I'll trade you and Daniel Jones for Jimmy G. I don't have much trade value. I'll go to Hooters in Texas. Heck yeah. Is there a UFC on December 4th? Probably not. Let me put my UFC schedule. I like Hooters, the restaurant, and, you know, the real thing. Oh, wait, December, there is, oh, UFC on ESPN December 3rd. What's the main event? Steven Thompson versus Kevin Holland. Tai Tuivasa versus Sergio Pavlovich. Rafael dos Anjos is fighting. It's actually not a. Maybe I will go to Hooters. I'm not on Saturday night and watch UFC on ESPN. Why not? I assume there's a Hooters in San Antonio. We need Ron Channel on sports. All right, you need the game? All right. The game! Boop, boop. I did cuss once. I think I said bull BS, like I actually said it. Good evening, Nova Legion. Didn't we sign a new guy? We signed can't remember the dude's name already. He was useless Wednesday night. Jordan Hall, was it? We do need another point guard. Kawhi's turning into the best bench warmer. Yep. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, Jordan Hall popped in my head literally at the last second. Is there a pay per view tomorrow? Let me pull up the UFC again. Because that's the one that would be early during the day, right? No, tomorrow's Las Vegas, Nevada. There's nothing in Saudi Arabia. All right, let's talk about. Is there a wrestling thing tomorrow? I have not followed the WWE at all. Um, in the last 5 years, I briefly came back to watching it when Goldberg came back and smashed Brock Lesnar at the Survivor Series. I watched for about a half a year or so. Well, actually, maybe about a year. I was following Jinder Mahal too. It was less than a year. It was less than a year. But I have no idea what's going on with the WWE at all. We're getting close to 100 thumbs. The Spurs are winning and we don't have 100 thumbs up. What's going on tonight? Where my Greg Popovich's at? I've done. I don't really want to talk. Aiken, I've done two or three. I did 3 videos on the Joshua Primo situation. I'm done. I'm done. Spurs on the run after the missed shot. Branham with a missed runner. In and out burger from Malachi Branham. Clippers ball down by 6. They were up by as much as. Are they up by 12? Pirtle with the steal down the other end. Turnover. Spurs ball. Jones on the run. Jones up to KJ. KJ going to drive to the paint. Throws up a tough shot, and it's going to go in. Nice drive by Kelvin Johnson. The three-pointer's not working, but the two-pointer is. Playoffs, Tyler, if they can stay healthy, possibly. If they're injured, i.e. LeBron James or Anthony Davis misses a substantial amount of time, or both, then no. Paul George pull-up jumper, good. I have two, thank you, Mr. Z. 2 eras that I loved in the WWF. The Hulkamania era, which I watched from '84 to '90, when Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, Ultimate Warrior, Demolition, Andre the Giant, etc. So turnaround jumper in the paint, good, nice move, Jeremy, like it. And then the Attitude Era and pre-Attitude Era from like '96 to '99, I was watching religiously. Powell drives him in the paint, can't convert, and now everybody's diving. We got to have a jump ball here. Zubac and Pirtle will be going for that. We'll have a jump ball as we had a long, long, long tie up. We're at home. We're on part of a road trip. John Cena greater than Hulk Hogan. I mean, he's a better in-ring performer. But when I think of the GOATs of all time, I think of guys that I mean not the best wrestlers, but guys that brought wrestling to another level. And Hogan, say what you will, he might be match stakes politics notwithstanding. Reggie Jackson for three, no good. He helped put wrestling on the map in the '80s, and then helped put WCW on, into the limelight with the NWO. Pearl with the jumper. The Spurs just 69. The Clippers. There we go. But my go-to of all time in wrestling are Hogan. I got to put Stone Cold on there. I don't put him as the GOAT because his run was so short. The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Ric Flair. Kelvin fakes the three to get into Sohan in the paint. Sohan tries to get Jakob Pertl. Bad pass. And now a reach around foul by Trey Jones. Undertaker. I remember seeing the Undertaker debut at the Survivor Series in 1990. November, I don't know the date, 1990. Did not like him because I was like, who the hell is this dude with blubber love? And didn't get it. Of course, eventually, myself and many other fans warmed up to the character. Nice, Daniel. It is Clippers ball. They're down by 10, 7.5 minutes to go. Spurs playing much better than they did Wednesday night. Reggie Jackson drives in the paint, dishes to Zubac, and Zubac with a almost done. Turns out to be a layup. You put an S in front of Hitman, and you have my opinion of Bret Hart. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Kelvin drives baseline down the other end. Tough shot. No good. No whistle. You know what? The refs have not called a lot of fouls in this game, and I love it. And as soon as I say it, there's a foul on the Clippers, offensive foul. Good old Bruce Pritchard. Vincent, good evening. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my Undertaker. I don't know. Well, I don't do BBQ and Latino later. I don't eat meat. I do fish. Romeo got injured. He stepped on a piece of floor. Dude's always hurt. Davis Burns. I don't know, Veronica. That's a good question. Jakob Pertl running around like a madman, going after a loose ball, Spurs ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trey Jones going to pull up for three. Oh boy, that was a brick. Powell drives in the paint, passes out to Reggie Jackson, and the Clippers offense will reset. Paul George, crossover, 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 driving, crossover, 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 dishes it into Reggie Jackson, and the reverse layup is no good. Nice dribbling clinic put on by Paul George, but they didn't get anything for it. Jakob Pertl with the ball will get it over to Devin Vassell. Vassell has checked in. He has been on fire in this game. Vassell with the ball in the paint, pull-up jumper. He's still on fire! Devin now 8 of 8 with 19 points, picking up right where he left off. Wow. Out for a week and a half, was he, Devin Vassell? A week and a half? And it looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Paul George, alley-oop to Zubac, and that is a dunk and a timeout for the Spurs. It looks like we had some substitutions. 70s Reggie Jackson? Not at all. You can't stop him! You can only hope to contain him! For Devin Vassell. He's been, unconscious. Devin Vassell tonight. Just you're unbelievable. Oh! So, a little announcement for my music channel. I know there's maybe a 0.5% of you subscribe to the music channel, maybe less than that, 0.0001. After I finish up my Slaughter to Prevail cover and then one more song, which I hope to have done maybe in the next 2 months. I've had trouble getting motivated to record a brand new song from scratch. You gotta be willing to. And I have these like modes where I'll just go and all of a sudden knock out 5 or 6 songs, then I take some time off. It's just you gotta be in the mood. But I think my next set of songs is I want to do WWE covers since we were talking about the WWE. Like do Evolution's theme song, the Demolition theme song, Shawn Michaels theme song, but maybe put some death metal elements into all these songs. But I'm going to do a WWE theme song thing next year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's called TSR Music. Now, I don't bring it up too much on here because there are some political things. I'm outspoken about a few things that are happening right now. So maybe that hurts me, maybe that helps me, but I don't ever want to speak politics or ideology on here or anything like that. This is a sports channel first and last. I made that mistake a couple years ago, but I'm very outspoken on the music channel. But also, we actually had our second video get to 1,000 views. I know it's not. We have one video with over 50,000, or TSR Music has one video with over 50,000, and then I put up me and my friends doing an acapella version of "Eye of the Tiger" as a short yesterday, and that got 1,000 views. I'm like, all right, second music video with 1,000 views, and that I obviously have videos with many more views on this channel, but getting it on the music channel just really special right here. Mount Rushmore of bass guitar players. Oh wow. See, oh boy. Um, I mean, so I'm gonna go with one that most of you have never heard of. Probably none of you, but he's one of my favorite bass players of all time, and he's the bass player for one of my favorite death metal bands of all time. I would actually put this is just going personal favorites, not you know like Geddy Lee's not going to be on there because I'm not a Rush fan, but I certainly, if he made the top four, I wouldn't argue against him. Les Claypool, maybe just based on skill, could make the top four, but I'm not really a Primus fan, so he's not going to be on there. I would put Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse. He's been, it's a phenomenal bass player and a driving force for that band for many years and a big songwriter in the band. So Alex Webster is on there for me. See, I listen to a lot of. I have more death metal in my collection. Cliff Burton. I gotta put Cliffy on there. Gotta put Cliff Burton. And this is no particular. Alex Burton, Cliff Webster. Alex Webster, Cliff Burton. Oh my goodness, sorry. Devacell, baseline 3. I finally missed a shot. That was a tough shot. You finally missed a shot. So Alex Webster, Cliff Burton. I'll try to think of the other two while I'm watching the game. It is Clippers ball down by 8. Paul George into the paint. Launches it out. And now we're going to have a three-pointer by Powell. And the three-pointer is good. Roger Waters. Kawhi Leonard. Load managing somewhere. He's not playing. Well, the Evolution theme song is sort of Triple H's song. He was part of Evolution. Spurs ball. KBD out by the foul line. Going to take a runner. And it's no good. He's fouled. I'm going to go to the line for 2. I mean, like the game. I don't want to do 2 Triple H songs. So I'll probably I like the Evolution riff, but I kind of changed it a little bit to my own. Jeez, Burton, Webster. Because I listen to so much death metal, the bass is usually buried in the mix. I suppose this might be cheating too. This is just a personal favor of mine, but he's getting bonus points from being a singer. But I'm going to go with rest in peace, Typo Negatives, Peter Steele. He was their bass player and lead singer, driving force behind that band. I love Typo Negative, and it sucks that Peter Steele, if you're not familiar with him, he struggled with alcoholism and I think probably depression as well. Struggled with a lot of things. Finally got sober and clean, and then died. Another foul. Wow. The game was so little fouls for most of the game, and now the fouls are ramping up. No, I'm not putting Glenn Benton on the list. I know who he is. Yes, black number 1. Yeah, you wanna go out 'cause it's raining and blowing. You can't go out 'cause your roots are showing. Dying black. Black, 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 black number 1. She's in love with herself. So, into the paint. Get to the Collins. Collins will get it back out to Devacell. She likes the dark. That's the reason I can roll my R's, because of Typo Negative. Out to Jay Rich. Jay Rich on 3-point line. Has the ball stolen from PG-13. He's on a break. Drives. Euro steps. Layup. Good. Nice coast to coast by Paul George. I think, Peter Steele used to roll his R's all the time. I can hear what you're saying. Praying. Now a foul. Another foul. This one is on the Clippers. John Wall with the foul, and the refs were not blowing the whistle at all. And as soon as I said it, we've had like 4 fouls in the last minute. I might put Flea on that list. Higher Ground is still one of my favorite bass lines Error to play. And a great bass player. And in Back to the Future 2. And 3. Odyssey, who are we talking about? Spurs ball. Vassell into the paint. Layup. Good. Vassell said, all right, I had a miss. I need to correct that with the make. Demisell, 21 points on 9 of 10 shooting. Paul George, pull-up jumper, good. Paul George and Demisell, maybe he's starting to change buckets here. Oh, I don't. What are you guys talking about in the chat? What did Tony Parker do wrong? What you talking about, Willis? 74 to 70. Paul George with 21 points, 8 of 12 shooting from the field. So yeah, Paul George and Demisell having a great game. Vassell into the paint, tough shot, no good. Follow up, no good. Follow up, no good. Foul free throws for Keita Bates-Diop. Nice effort by KB. K. B. D. Number 2. Are you guys talking about number 2? Number 2. Justin Chancellor? Who dat? Is that a former Spur I'm drawing a blank on? Or is that a bass player that I've never heard of? KBD at the line for 2. Good. First one. I don't know why this just popped in my head, but didn't. Oh, Tool's bass player. I'm not a big Tool guy. I respect them. I know that one big song, Sober. I know Sober. I know I've heard more than that, but I couldn't tell you the lyrics. But I could never get into Tool. They weren't my jam. When they were getting big, I was already into much heavier stuff at that point. I had graduated from Paul George drives to the hoop hard, no good, foul, and the refs are blowing whistles left and right in this game after calling a relatively clean game in the first half. When Tool was popular, I had already converted from Metallica and 80s metal, and I was full on death metal at that point. I was doing Cannibal Corpse, 6 Feet Under, Deicide, Morbid Angel, Suffocation, Cryptopsy. I was full on death metal mode. Carcass, Jungle Rot, Nile. Yeah, I was big death metal in the 90s, late 90s. Wasn't listened to in the early 90s, but I don't think my mom would have liked me bringing Tomb and Mutilated home when I was like 14. First free throw is no good. The ball don't lie, Spurs fans. I mean, if I had a Kawhi championship jersey, I would still hold on to it. I mean, I don't hate him. I don't like the way he left, but I'm over it. Ernie, that was shocking. That was a dark day in music history. All those '90s grunge singers, a lot of them are gone. I'll talk about that in the next stoppage, but so many we've lost. I have to do a list in my head. Jay Richards of all. Jay Richards had a quiet night. Out in three-point land, starts to drive, gets into the paint, stops, pops, and the runner is going to bounce off the rim. And another foul. Yeah, like gold championship jersey? Dang. Kawhi said he would retire a Spur until drop again. So since we have some free throws coming up, I mean, Kurt Cobain's gone, suicide. Chris Cornell is gone. Was he also? Did he take his life? I gotta be careful how much I say the S word. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Kurt Cobain, Chris Cornell, Scott, Alice in Chains singer Scott, not Scott. Lane, what is his name? Lane. I'm drawing. Alice in Chains name singer is escaping me. Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots. So a lot of that Seattle sound from the early '90s, early mid '90s, so many of them are gone. That's crazy. Is it Lane Chaney? Lane Staley. Lane Staley. So Lane Staley, Spurs are in the bonus. Lane Staley, I honestly pulled it 3 beers right before you put it in the chat. I was getting there. Coughing to the paint. And another foul. So many of those guys. Lincoln Park singer's gone too. Chester something. I didn't have any of their albums. I know what you're talking about. I cannot pull his name. I like Megadeth. I had the Countdown to Extinction album. I have their greatest hits. Sweating Bullets! Symphony of Destruction. Holy Wars, Hangar, is it Hangar 18? They got a lot of good tunes. Trust is where they kind of lost me. The WCW song. Amir Coffey's first free throw is good. 76-72. Spurs up by 4, 250 something to go. Second free throw is good. Spurs up. Whoops. Spurs up by 3. Chester Bennington. John Murray's not coming back to the Spurs. What just happened? I turned away and there's enough. It's Clippers ball already? What the hell just happened? We have an offensive foul? Dude, what is with the refs? Like, they'll call a clean game and let the players play, and then all of a sudden, in one quarter, they just blow the whistle on every little touch. Gosh, I hate this style. And not another whistle. I hate this type of basketball. Slipknot, rest in peace. I know their drummer passed away. Is it Joey Jordison or something? I can't remember that. I like some Slipknot songs. Never bought any of their albums. I think my favorite song is "Before I Forget." I was born before I became a man. I was a creature before I could stand. Is that yeah, before I forget. Dermot into the paint. Almost turns the ball over. Jay Rich gets the loose ball. Jay Rich back out to Dougie again. Dougie for 3. There we go. All right. Back to a 6-point game. Jordison. Okay. Oh gosh, Leonard Skinner, almost a whole band. Wow, we're talking. I love music, so don't get me going on music. Paul George, another freaking foul. This one's on Devin Vassell. This is terrible. These refs are terrible. 3 doors down. I couldn't tell you one song they sing. Slaughter, Skid Row, and Warrant. Up all night, sleep all day. That's right. Skid Row was very underrated. Monkey Business is a killer track. Their second album is actually quite heavy, and they were looked at as a glam band because of their first album. But man, they could put out some killer tunes. And Sebastian Bach could sing like nobody's business. First free throw was good for Paul George at the line for 2. Who's hot right now? Devin. Ken, I like a few Creed songs. I don't listen to them. I got a mix. I was gonna say mixtape, but I got a mix CDR. Was that one? Oh, one. The only way is one. That's Creed, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that's definitely Creed. Second free throw is good. I have no idea what the Weather Girls are. Is that a band? Never heard of them. Asher fan, what's going on? Jesus had a favorite rock band. What would be? It'd be a Christian rock band. I think that's pretty obvious. Jeremy Sohan, pull up jumper from the free throw line. Hey, Jeremy, there we go. I think so, Ernie. 81-75. Spurs up by 6. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. John Wall drives, dishes it out to Coffee. Amir Coffee drives. The runner is, oh my God, another foul. Come on. Sohan, I think he's got 4. Oh, they did Raining Men? Oh, I know that song. It's Rain Man. Hallelujah. I hate this third quarter with all the fouls. Butterfly, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The extreme amount of fouls that they're calling on both ends of the court. Let them play. Fans don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. You don't want to hear me call free throw shooting. Jay Rich with the ball right now. Starts to drive, stops, pops. And it's going to bounce off the rim. No good. Clippers ball, minute and a half to go. Down 81-76. John Wall sprints up the court, into the paint, throws it up and in. And it's a 3-point game. DeMar has 30. DeMar's a good player. Let's not beat him up. So I want to nice bounce pass to Devin Vassell, showing off his passing skills, and 1. I'll take it, but I really wish there were less whistles still. All right, the way this game is going with all the whistles, we could definitely see somebody foul out. Hey, thumbs up are starting to get there. Can we continue to get more thumbs up, my friends? Can we get to 150? Can we get 250 thumbs up? Pop would appreciate that, and I would. Go Spurs, go! Devin Vassell, I think Devin has a career high now, doesn't he? Or has tied it. Ooh, somebody gonna need some stitches. Moses Brown has a cut under his eye. It looks like it's about an inch long. I don't know who he got hit by. He looks like he's gonna need some stitches for that. Is Patty Mills having a rough year? Demisel drives and oh, Devin elbowed him. He gave him the people's elbow. Uh oh, that might go against us. I don't know. Devin threw that elbow out there. He wasn't looking at him, so I'd like to think it wasn't intentional. But you just busted the dude's eye open. That's not a good look. I don't know how. I don't know if they're gonna. Could they call Devin for a flagrant? This is a coach's challenge for the Clippers. I mean, he went up, he shot it, and he threw the elbow down and cracked Moses Brown right here and cut him open. Not often you see cuts in the NBA. Who was that? Was it Derek White that cut his head open last year or the year before? He had a big bandage on his head. I think it might be a. I think he's going to get. I think that's going to go against us, Kyle. I don't have a good feeling. I mean, I got to call it like I see it. He clearly throws an elbow into another player's face, and the player has visual damage from it. I think this is going to be a flagrant on Devin. You have not showcased the true magic buried in the life. Pop versus Tyrone Lue. Focused on the game. Yeah, that's right, Brian. Leonardo Demisel accidentally, well, hopefully accidentally elbowed Moses Brown and gave him the old people's elbow. And I think they're going to take his bucket away, and they might give him a flagrant. Right, Butterfly? Are the Hornets sucking? Because, oh, Devin's at the line. I guess they're going to give him the and one. Never mind. Yeah. The Hornets, we don't get their pick. If they're one of the top 16 worst teams in the NBA, then we don't get it. It's a top 16 protected. Miss TSR search? Well, I'm still alone on the couch. I'm trying. I'm on Coffee Meets Bagel and Hitch are the two dating websites I'm on. I'll be transparent. I'm on there. I've had a few dates here and there over the last year, but can't find anybody that can't even find I can't find a Spurs fan. Another foul. This one's on the Spurs. Two more free throws coming up. The face was thrown to the elbow. Nice. Hornets are losing by 35. Good boy. Lonnie's very inconsistent. I would agree with that. No, I don't have a partner. No. Sorry to disappoint anybody. No, I am seeking female companionship. Not that there's anything wrong with the other thing, but no, I've. What the hell was that free throw for the Clippers for? Did we just get a 3 second? Did we just get a technical? Jackson for three. That was oogly. That's going to go out of bounds off the miss. Duncan Robinson got dunked on so much you were. Yeah, Adrian, I do save a lot of money living the single life, but I am looking. I would like to settle down. My last serious relationship was with the girl in 2018. 19, I kind of took some time off because that relationship did not go very well. So in for three, no good. Come on, Jeremy. And then 2020 was the old P Dem year and drive to the hoop and another foul on John Wall. This is BS. The refs are not letting these guys play at all. I hate watching basketball like this. But they've gone a few dates in 20, a few dates in 21, a few dates this year. Just all nice girls, but just I last went out with somebody in August. We had 4 dates, and I just wasn't feeling it. The chemistry was not there. It was after our fourth date, and I was like, wow, I'm still not asking this girl to be exclusive. I almost always, on the third or fourth date, ask for, make it serious, not seeing other people, and I still wasn't even. I was like, no, I feel nothing. Yes, there you go. Selena's my forever girl. There you go. There's my girl right there. She's too young for me, isn't she? Is she like 30? That's way too young. John Wall, second free throw is good. Spurs up by 4:36-ish. Somebody's got to inbound the ball, San Antonio. Spurs, oh boy, do we have a full court press coming by the Clips? We're really good at handling full court press. Jay Rich gonna, oh my gosh, what a huge collision in the paint. Josh Richardson just ran right into Coffee. They're gonna call blocking foul on Amir Coffee. Selena's 1092. She's too old for me. 92, baby. I am 45, and she's 30. Now, don't get me wrong. If a attractive 30-year-old woman, I like the San Antonio Spurs, asked me out, I probably would not say no. Josh Richardson at the line in this third quarter foul fest. Dating video. Nobody would watch it. This channel is sports only. I made the mistake of doing non-sports content on this channel, especially in 2020. It is sports only from this point on. And really, it's going to be just mostly Spurs, New York Giants draft, and maybe a Kristen Press video when she comes back. If she comes back from her torn ACL, former United States Women's National Team player. And the reason I say former is I don't think she's ever going to play a game again with the team. Did she? I don't know if I do lobotomy, Bob. I haven't been out to Texas yet. But I do tend to lean towards more athletic women, as I'm lean myself. So, I want somebody that can keep up with me hiking, or, if wants to do a 5K or bike or whatever. I need somebody that can keep up. 86-80, both teams in the bonus, 22 seconds to go. Spurs up by 6 after an atrocious start to the game. They fought all night. Clippers aren't out of it yet, though. Paul George drives to the paint. Nice bucket by Paul George. Spurs can hold for the last shot. I don't know where that point went from the Spurs, but it's on there now. Josh Richardson will bring up for San Antonio, standing on the Spurs' 50th anniversary marker. Call for pick and roll. No pick and roll. Gets it to Devin Vassell. 5 on the clock. Devin Vassell going to drive into the paint. Spins around. Stops. Pops. Tough shot. No good. And that's how we'll go into the fourth quarter with the San Antonio Spurs down. TSR dating. You guys have asked so many different TSR porn, TSR dating, TSR cooking, TSR gaming. I did try TSR gaming. Yeah, doing gaming channels not for me. I did put those gaming shorts on here earlier this year, and I was like, a couple months ago, and I was like, no, just keep it sports, bro. It screws up your algorithm, and I ran out of things to do on that very quickly too. What am I doing? Oh, I got to change the quarter. James, I would say that neither team is winning the Super Bowl. I don't think either one. Yeah, I'd say TSR and porn. Why not? Yep, fourth quarter, our favorite quarter as Spurs fans. For anybody just tuning in, I'm just gonna throw this right here. Throw him right here. Nets 128, Wizards 86. That's not a game. And we can relate to a 40-point loss, that's for sure. Perfect company I have with me. Selena Gomez and Grogu. You need a 45 anime girl, or like what? What do you guys think about moving the San Antonio Spurs? No. TSR movies, TSR series, TSR. I used to do a channel called Stuck in the 80s. That was a channel preceding this one. I always used to host it as Ricardo Schwarzenegger, and I would review 80s movies only. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work, and it just never caught on. Plus, I was not showing video clips. I was only showing pictures. You can't really have a successful movie review channel without showing video clips. But yeah, definitely heck no on moving the Spurs. No. Just say no to moving the Spurs, and just say no to Ben Simmons. DeRozan 42 tonight. TSR stands for the sports reaction, by the way. The channel originally started as the sports reaction, and I didn't just want to be known as a reaction channel, because that's what I was doing the first year. I was just doing live reactions only. as I started doing original content the next year, it's like, I'm not just a reaction channel anymore. I'm doing videos on, the Giants and Spurs and United States women's national team, which originally started as Factor Fiction. I had a weird series for a few months called Factor Fiction, where I would say the San Antonio Spurs will be good this year. Fact or fiction. I give my analysis, and at the end of the video, I would say whether it was fact or fiction. Do I miss DeMar? No. No, I like the rebuild. Spurs are at home. Spurs are home team. But yeah, I like DeMar for us, OG. I mean, I enjoyed watching here, but he's off doing different things, and we've moved on to. Spurs ball, start the fourth quarter. Dougie McBuckets gets it out to Trey Jones. 5 on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to shoot and shoot soon. Dougie over to Devin for 3. Devin Vassell has a career high, by the way. Absolutely positive of that. As he has a big smile. He's on his way to hit 30. Maybe he'll hit 40. He's got 27 now, which is a career high. His previous career high was 23 on 11 of 14 shooting. Could Devin go for 40 tonight? Spurs up by 7 and an offensive foul. Spurs ball. No Las Vegas Spurs. I don't know. Is the NFL talking about expanding at all? These jerseys, Edgar, I'm not feeling these jerseys at all. Definitely not. My couch looks so uneven because of whatever. Who cares? Sohan for 3 again. It went out of bounds. Apparently, it touched a Clipper before going out of bounds. But Jeremy Sohan's 3-point shooting, not looking good tonight. Oh, that's right. The XFL's coming back. I will watch none of that. And that's not to knock anybody that's going to watch it in the chat. The thing is, died twice. What? Why would anybody not think it's just going to die again? Trey Jones misses the runner in the paint, and it is Clippers ball. I mean, if it works out, great for them. But at some point, the fan base is going to be like, "Why bother?" They keep going out of business per se. And now we have a whistle. Man, these refs really suck in the second half. I can't say it enough. Why is my clock way ahead? Like, I'm way ahead. Like, in the future, way ahead. I don't know what happened there. Let me fix that. Come on, clock. There we go. Clippers ball, 11-10 to go in the game. David Hernandez! No, LA Spurs. Rodman was not shooting threes, but also Jeremy Sohan is not grabbing 18 rebounds a game. So let's not compare. Sohan might be doing more offensively than Rodman did here, but Rodman was grabbing a heck of a lot more rebounds. Not even close. Batum for 3, no good. Zach Collins will chase down the rebound, and then him and Trey Jones will almost lose it out of bounds. They just threaded the needle, kept it in bounds. And it is Spurs ball. Devin Vassell takes off, gets into the paint, bounce past to Collins. Collins misses a shot, and the Clippers are on the run. Reggie Jackson drives into the paint, throws it up, and no good. The follow-up is good, and we're going to have another foul. Foul on every play. What? I'm informed because I saw a bunch of memes. What do you mean, come on, Clippers beat us? Are you a Spurs fan? Wink commit. Nice, James. They're always going to be the Washington Redskins to me, and I'm sorry if that offends anybody. But they were that team from when I started watching football in '88 to a couple of years ago. I just like the Cleveland Indians. I can't not think of them as the Cleveland Indians. Not to mention the fact Washington keeps changing their name every year. They were the Washington Redskins, the Washington football team, and the Washington Commanders. Correct me if I'm wrong. They had 3 team names in 3 years. Who does that? Reggie Jackson's free throw is good. I don't know how many fouls we have. It's too many. Do you think the Spurs should trade for a superstar? I like the rebuild. Thank you, Tyler. You do remember Stuck in the 80s. TSR only. What's TSR only fan? That's fair, Luke. I don't want to talk into the things surrounding, but I saw Kyrie Irving got suspended for 5 games. Uh, at what point does that dude just quit basketball? He's always getting suspended for something now, whether it's what happened recently with posting something or refusing to get the VAX. He's always in trouble with something in the league. He's got enough money. I just think, when's he just going to give the middle finger? Vassell pull-up jumper good. When's he just going to retire and say, I'm done with this? I got to think it's soon. He's got a championship. Vassell at 29 on 12 of 15 shooting. 10-11 to go in the game. Morris with the ball of the Marcus kind. Clippers will go around the world to John Wall, and Wall's going to hit a big three. 4-point game 10 minutes ago. Well, $30 million a year will keep you going. That is Selena Gomez. Infinite. That is. And we have a whistle? Nope. Bulls Celtics close game. TSR heavy. Well, I mean, TSR music, Robert, is my metal channel. That's mostly metal on there. Heavy metal, Christian metal, death metal, Christian death metal, a few parodies. Vassell with the ball again, drives baseline, kicks it out. Jones for three. Good! Making up for that last brick. What was worse, Primo or Watson? Well, at least the Texans got a few years out of Deshaun Watson, and he was a Pro Bowler. Primo's the worst pick by far. Zubac in the paint, takes it right at Jakob Poeltl and gets it in. I don't think she's an Ultimate fan anymore. I really like that picture of her. Just saying. 9:22 to go. Zubac with a very nice night tonight. 13, 10, and 4 blocks. I keep getting this ad thing coming up. I'm just going to click it so it'll go away. And a turnover by San Antonio. What? Why do you go away? Clicked you. And a fast break by the Clippers will cut the lead to 2 with 9 minutes to go. Hornets are, yeah. Edgar, maybe one day. I have 4 Christmas metal songs up on TSR Music right now. I have Jingle Bells, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and The First Noel. The Spurs can always make it to the playoffs. It's just I haven't seen Selena wear any Spurs gear in forever. She was rocking it when they were, the big three. I haven't seen her at a game in the whole time I've been calling. This is my 4th year calling games of the Spurs. I don't think we've never seen her at the arena. Have we, Spurs fans? Since 2019? Did you, Jesse? Jesse Rodriguez, what's going on? Easily the biggest troll I have on the channel. You're a Spurs fan and Washington Commanders fan? Wow. That's a rare combination. But you know what? I'm a New York Giants and San Antonio Spurs fan. That's also a rare combination. Very nice shooting. And Jacques Landale, they're talking to the channel. Jacques Landale has been fantastic in Phoenix. All right. Well, Sebastian Pena, hi to you too. Ooh, Adrian, the Broncos. I like Russell Wilson. I don't know what the deal is with him in Denver. He's just not fitting in the offense. Is there some injuries we weren't aware of when the season started? I am shocked how bad it's. I thought Denver would be a Super Bowl contender, and they're looking like a Super Bowl pretender. Absolutely shocked. Now, I'm not trolling. I'm just did not see that coming at all. Anyway, players leave teams and go to. Hey, can we get to 150? Can we get to 150? We still haven't got to 150 yet. 150 is always the goal now because I think 150 is doable. Can we have 150 of these? Excuse me, Selena. But Matt, another foul. Derek White's playing for the Celtics. Oh, you mean is he still in the game? Pop for president? I don't think he's going to run for starters. And no. Spurs, Seahawks, Tigers. Wow, that's a mix. San Antonio, Seattle, and Detroit. Wow. Clippers ball, looking to tie it. John Wall, 1-on-1 with Trey Jones, starts to drive, throws up the layup, and good. 1-point game, guys. Obituary. I'm very familiar. John Tardy and company. Alan West. Trey Jones. Over to Josh Richardson. Richardson into Jakob. Jakob's had a very quiet night offensively. Jakob going to drive into the paint. Turn around, spin around, jumper is no good, and we're going to have another foul, and that means Jakob Poeltl is going to the line, which is not good for Spurs fans. That Seahawks play is probably the worst play in Super Bowl history, at least in my lifetime. You got Marshawn Lynch, beast freaking mode on your team, and you're at the 1-yard line, and I think they had a timeout. and you're going to throw the ball? Jakob Pertl, I can't believe he missed the first free throw. What are the odds? What are the odds Jakob Pertl missed the first free throw? The Spurs are annoyingly good. I mean, I'm happy they're good. He missed them both. Zubac with the rebound. Clippers can actually take their first lead in quite a while. Well, of course, Butterfly. Wouldn't you? Hack a yak. The Spurs are 8 of 15 from the line tonight. Barely over 50%. Zubac turnaround little mini jump hook is no good. I haven't seen Slain and the Chef. What channel is that on? Jay Rich. Back out to Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin's checking into the game. Kelvin's going to drive into the paint. Takes a tough, high layup. No good. Pertl with the offensive board. Get out to Trey Jones. Jones will reset the offense. Jones starts to drive. Drives to the hoop. Reverse layup. Nice drive by Trey Jones to give the Spurs a 3-point lead. Where'd I go? I didn't go anywhere, Ozzy. What's wrong with Pop? What's run for president? No political. Oh, actually, we've seen other people with. So never mind. I stand corrected. But I don't want to talk about Pops and politics. That 3-pointer is good, and we have a tied game. Reggie Jackson from the corner. All tied. Yeah, Jakob missed 2 free throws. Go figure. Trey Jones, pull-up jumper in the paint is no good. Pull-up run. He goes flying out of bounds, which means the Clippers will have a 5-on-4 fast break. Reggie Jackson turns the ball over and goes down. Hopefully he's okay. Kelvin Johnson looked like he just traveled, and we're going to have a reach-in foul, I think, on the Clippers. Try to break up the break. Celtics won. Jones underrated. My biggest concern, I honestly, and I don't know if he's a guy or if he's not the guy for point guard for the future. His lack of size does worry me. What's he, like 6'1"? Oh, Kelvin got grabbed. And Marcus Morris. Morris is like, what? 7 minutes to go. Spurs and Clippers all tied up at 96. Josh Richardson. Get into Jakob. I guess Jakob throws it back and throws it out of bounds. You know, this is back-to-back. I don't believe Jakob played good against, not that any Spurs did, but didn't he have a rough game against the Raptors? And he's having a rough game tonight, and it's these stretches where all of a sudden he has a 2 or 3 bad game stretch, and I'm like, gosh, I thought you were the guy for the future, and then now you got me thinking maybe not. Oh, and the Clippers take the lead on a big 3 by PG-13. 6.5 minutes to go. Paul George with 30 points tonight and 4 or 5 from beyond the arc. Kelvin's going to launch a 3. And he just can't get it going at all from beyond the arc tonight. Jakob for a second. I'd like to get a first if they do trade him. I think they could get a first if it's after the 20th pick. John Wall for 3. No good. Just let it go out of bounds, guys. There it goes. I think we could get like a 20th pick for Jakob Pertl. 20th, 23rd, 25th, somewhere in there. Oh, Lance, I'm guessing you're on the tank for wanting a mama train. Yes, Sirski, good evening. Spurs down by 3. Jakob Pertl with the ball again. Jakob will drop it off to Jay Rich. Jay Rich out in 3-point land. Pick and roll with Jakob. Jay Rich going to take off at the free throw line. He'll launch a jumper, and I think we have another foul. Oh, nice, Roy. What's the difference between Kawhi Leonard and $1? $1 gives you 4 quarters. Devin might be on limited minutes tonight. He's having a fantastic game. Were we 0-4 versus the Mavs? That was the first time in the history that we went 0-4 versus the Mavs, wasn't it? Yep, no point guard defense. 2 free throws by Jay Rich. Spurs down by 3 with 5-5-5 to go in this Friday night game. The Spurs play the Nuggets tomorrow. Just an FYI, guys, I will not be able to cover that game tomorrow. I'll be hanging out with friends tomorrow night. So, yeah. Jay Rich first free throw is good. I will be doing my normal Sunday recap, though. On Sunday, I'll have it uploaded around 11 a.m. or so, where I'll talk about the week in general, do my plays of the week, my player of the week, co-player of the week, co-runner-up plays of the week, etc. Yeah, do you really want to watch your team play and root from to lose? Like, I don't. I, I don't. Jay Rich misses the second free throw. Spurs are down by two. Kawhi's not. I don't think Kawhi Leonard's there. I haven't been looking for him. No, he didn't even make the trip. I did read he didn't even make the trip to Texas. So no, he's not there. Good teammate that he is. He's not playing. He's not showing up. So there's that. Another foul on the Spurs. 90. I got 99.97 on my TV, Mac man. I know it's on your screen, but that's what Hi from Taiwan to you. Bryn Forbes is getting bounced around a lot, and I feel bad for him. Paul George into the paint, throws it up and in with a Jakob Pertl right in his face. 5.5 minutes to go. Spurs down by 4, and we're going to have a timeout. Carlos Jeter, ¿cómo está mi hombre? Well, this is a much better game than Wednesday night game when the Spurs lost by 100. Oh, the Clippers doctor ordered number 2 not to go? Yeah, I'm sure number 2 had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do at all. Come on, San Antonio. Because I got a feeling we're going to rest a lot of guys tomorrow against the Nuggets. So let's win this one tonight. The game I'm watching. Ah, good. J. Rich not having. Yeah, he's not having his best night. I'll say that. I'm doing good, Andrew. All good, Carlos. Yes, Lance. I live in Connecticut. Number 2 could have been number 2 to. Yeah, his attitude does suck. Anantha, I mean, as far as two-way players, when he was with the Spurs, he was one of the best in the NBA. Maybe the best two-way player in the NBA at that time. But his attitude absolutely sucked, is right. I think he's finished too at this point. He might be able to contribute off the bench, but Kawhi Leonard is certainly not the guy that he was 10 years ago. Heck, even in the Raptors championship run, he's not that player anymore. This makes no sense resting the young guys. I would understand. Hope everybody's going to have a great weekend. I got a lot of plans this weekend, so I'm excited. A lot. I'm going to be very busy tomorrow. Sunday, I'll be pretty chill. And I really should get working on some music stuff, especially with, I need to look at the NFL schedule. While we're in a timeout, I want to see what the big game of the week is in the NFL on Sunday. Because I like to watch at least one NFL game. Or I could be like my buddy that hate watches games. Like he watches teams he hates. Looking at the schedule, um, nothing piques my interest for the 1 o'clock game, so I won't be watching 1 o'clock game. For 4 o'clock, I mean the Rams and Bucks. The Bucks suck this year. Probably the best game on the schedule. Probably the Titans and Chiefs Sunday night. Actually, looks like a good game. Maybe I'll watch that one. Derrick Henry, Pat Mahomes. That should be a good one. Yeah, looks like the Sunday night game is going to be the game I watch tomorrow. We'll go with that. I'm not doing the Nuggets game tomorrow. I have plans with friends tomorrow night. Unless they get canceled, then I'll do the game. I don't like doing back-to-back games anyway because I tend to lose my voice when I do that. ESPN's going to be behind. ESPN is usually behind. It is 101.97. Unless they took a bucket away mysteriously from the Clippers for whatever reason I'm not aware of. Paul George went off for 15 points in the third quarter against us, and he's 10 of 14 from the field. It's 101.97. That is pretty low for Jakob to have only 7. Don McDermott dishes it off to Jay Rich. Jay Rich into Jakob in the post. Jakob posting up like it's 1956. Spins around. Throw up jumper is no good. But a big putback by Jeremy Sohan with the thunder duck of justice as he skies over everybody and boom shakalaka. That's one thing Jeremy Sohan brings to the team that we have sorely missed for quite some time. The ability to finish strong at the rim. But Marcus Morris shuts me up with a 3-pointer. Latino Lantern drops to our super chat drops. This is how I watch Spurs. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Kelvin has been inconsistent tonight. He's having a rough night from beyond the arc. I don't know what's up with him tonight. Not his best night at all. Now my clock's ahead, and the Spurs, J. Rich turns it over. I'm watching the clock shrink and watching the Clippers' lead slowly grow. As the Spurs run on a little bit of trap defense, and that leaves Zubac open for the alley-oop slam dunk. Ay, 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 ay. Now we're down by 7 with 4.5 minutes to go. OMG is right, Bengals. Watching, we were up, mind you, at the start of the fourth quarter, I believe. Sohan out to Kellen Johnson. Johnson going to drive. Pull up jumper, no good. Kellen having an off night. Why isn't Devin Vassell playing? Devin's been on fire and he's on the bench. Clippers on a 19-5 run in the last 5.5 minutes. So yeah, we had a lead. Let's start the fourth quarter. George for 3, no good. Jakob tips it to Zubac. We're gonna have a foul. There's time, but man, I'm not liking what I'm seeing the last few minutes. He's having a bad night. I mean, I can't. Kellen's my favorite player on the team right now, but he is not having a good night. I'm sorry, GNU. Yeah, I think Devin's on a minutes restriction. He's just coming back from missing a week due to injury, missing 4 games, I believe. So yeah, he's on a minutes restriction. Jakob's not having. A lot of our guys are considering. Kellen's not playing well. Jay Rich is not playing too well. Jakob's not playing well. Considering we're only down by 7, I'm thankful for that. But I'd rather our guys play well when we win. Nice. Cleaning the house is always fun. Ooh, look at this Hoochie Mama. Hey, Spurs fans look like they're having fun at the stadium. I don't know if I'll dance like these folks when the music's playing. That's probably not going to happen. Even to get on camera, I don't think so. Pop gave the game away when he took. Yeah. Whoa, this kid is going nuts and dapping. Good for you, bro. I don't know what dance I would do. Maybe the shopping cart. Oh, could I get my detergent? One of those. Starting the lawnmower. I'd go right into the what they call the white people dances. Where you take an action you do in life and turn it into a dance. Maybe do something like that. Well, thank you for switching that to a like, Andrew. Appreciate that. I don't know. I'd like to think we're not faking injuries. Zubac, oh my gosh, just posterizes the Spurs defense with a two-handed dunk. That was embarrassing. Wow. Jones, runner in the paint, in and out burger. And it's going to be Clippers ball. And now we have a stoppage in play. As we have 2 Clippers just laying on the floor, kind of chatting. John Wall, Marcus Morris, just, chatting it up, talking, laying out of bounds. Watching the game, having a butt. That Zubac dunk was vicious. I think Doug McDermott got the brunt of that posterization. Yeah, no, Zach Collins. Sorry. Zach Collins ate that. Zubac just ate Zach Collins. Zubac's very hungry. And he eats Zach Collins. I'm trying to put the commando line in from Arnold Schwarzenegger. You scared, mother effer? This Green Bay's going to kick your AWS. I eat clean braised for breakfast. Right now I'm very hungry. Coach Jeter, my man, with the $10 super chat. He says, Ricardo, you deserve a great day tomorrow. So go and have fun. Mucho agua, yes. Go, Spurs, go. Thank you, my man. Actually, just for you. Go, Spurs, go. And we have a technical on the Clippers. So Trey Jones will get us a free throw, bring the lead to 8. Thank you for the support, Carlos. Yes, I got plans with a friend tomorrow morning. I got to bring a buddy to the airport, so I'll hang out with him a little bit tomorrow afternoon, and then plans with friends tomorrow night. So it's gonna be a really nice day. You guys know I'm all about my friends. My friends are my family, and and you're my Spurs family. McBuckets for 3. Nope. Lonnie has been starting for the Lakers. He's been playing okay. Turn the Page is a great song, but I prefer Whiskey in a Jar for my Metallica covers. John Wall in 3-point land. Just past the Austin 316 mark. He'll dish it out to Paul George. George going to pick up his dribble, get it to Marcus Morris. Morris launches it. Dang it. That one hurt. That one hurt. We're down by 11. Oh, that one hurt. Spurs are in trouble. They just took the 3 away. They step out of bounds? Take that right off the screen. And they put it back on the scoreboard. What the hell, NBA Pass? What are you doing to me? They took it away and put it right back. Wait, is the World Series over? It's in San Antonio. Zach Collins with the Thunder dunk of justice. Sorry, I'm not more excited. We're down by 9 with 3 minutes to go. Come on, team. If they need a closer, Devin Vassell should be in there. Having the best game of his career. He's out there sitting on the bench. 2:45 to go. PG-13 getting harassed by Kellen Johnson. Double team now by Trey and Kellen. And now a turnover. Spurs on the run. Jay Rich gets it up to Trey Jones. Jones wide open all day for 3. In-and-out burger. Not the time you want to eat an In-N-Out burger. Vassell's not in son of Scar. He should be. I assume Zach Collins is in there because Jakob can't shoot a free throw to save his life. That's an easy layup for the Clippers. Oh, boy. John Wall just slice and dice the defense, and we're in a lot of trouble. Kellen fakes the 3, drives, runner, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Clippers ball. That might be the game. If you guys get the thumbs up, would appreciate you. It's fast, refined, nutritious, and delicious. Looks like this, and if you ain't down with that, Chuck Norris! I don't have a good feeling now. Trying to stay optimistic, but CB it's not looking good. Thank you for stopping in. Butterfly, if that happens, I'd be all for it. All for it. 3 on the shot clock for the Clippers. 1 on the shot clock. Long 3 by John Wall. No good. The Spurs like need the most incredible run ever in the last minute and a half here. Trey Jones out to Josh Richardson. Richardson going to drive to the paint. Back out to Trey Jones. Over to Kelvin. Baseline 3. No good. Man, Kelvin's having a bad game. Now, he did miss the game on Wednesday against the Raptors. I don't know if he's having any lingering injury issues, but he looks rough tonight. Very rough. And with a minute to go, that's going to be the game. John Wall, pull-up jumper. No good. Spurs ball. Kellen will bring it up for San Antonio. No, Devin's not playing in. We love telling him. I'm 6'4", Butterfly. Kellen with the ball again, puts his head down, drives to the hoop, gets a layup. Oh, nice, Andrew. Kellen way off night. Are they? I don't have the sound on aggressive. I have to shut the sound off when I watch these now because the audio is ahead of the video. It's not in sync, and I hear whistles when there's no foul, and I just can't watch it like that anymore. Trey Jones going to drive, throw up a layup. That's good. All right, Spurs cut the lead to 7, but we're running out of time. We're very much running out of time, and now an intentional foul on Paul George. Asia, good evening. I see you now. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see you in there. You must have just constantly been like just in that one sweet spot where when I looked over at the chat, your chat was going off the board. But I caught you. How you doing, Asia? I mean, yeah, that's a game. Paul George is running out the clock now. Shot clock's off. Paul George is going to run it out. Spurs lose 113-106. We had a lot of key guys not have very good nights, to say the least. Pop getting a hug from Lou. Wow. It's been a rough week for our Spurs. Start the week off with a win, get eviscerated by the Raptors. We lose to the Clippers. I gotta think the Spurs will be resting some guys tomorrow night. We could finish this week 1-3, plus all the hoopla that's happening outside the organization. Off the court, rough week for our Spurs. But you know what? I'll still be here doing it, and I'll still be here saying this. Go Spurs, go! Let's get to some final game statistics. And I don't think I'm going to like the stats on some of our guys. I forgot the Bucks are still undefeated. Pulling up the statistics, Paul George, great night for PG-13. 33 points on 11 of 16 shooting, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. He did have 5 turnovers, so a little careless with the ball, but still a good night. Marcus Morris with 8. Ivica Zubac with 17, 15, and 4 blocks. Huge night for him. Luke Kennard with 2. That dude barely played. Reggie Jackson with 14 off the bench for the Clippers. John Wall chip in 15 and 6 assists. Norman Powell with 13. Nicholas Batum with 3. Terrence Mann with a donut. And Amir Coffey with 6. For our San Antonio Spurs, definitely a rough night for Keldon Johnson. Only 7 of 19 from the field. That is 37%. He finished with 16 points and 7 boards. Jeremy Sohan with 6 points. Jakob Poeltl, only 2 of 6 from the field, finished with 4 points and 7 boards. Not one of his best nights. Malachi Branham with 2. He did get the start, his first NBA start. But lost a lot of minutes to Devin Vassell for obvious reasons, which we'll get into in a minute. Trey Jones, 18 points, 6 assists, had a pretty solid night. Devin Vassell, 29 points, career high, on 12 of 16 shooting. That's 75%. Josh Richardson, a very rough night for him. 5 points, 0 for 4 from the field, and 3 turnovers. Not a night he'd like to remember. Zach Collins was solid off the bench with 9 points and 6 rebounds. KBD with 7, and round us out, Doug McDermott with 10. Disappointing loss, and I root for my team, but I have a bad feeling about tomorrow night against the Nuggets. I think we're going to have some guys resting, and because of this, we might finish week 1 and 3, or we might shock the world and beat them. Who the heck knows? I'm losing my voice. Thank you all for your support. I'll look at those tickets. Phil, if you're still in here after the stream, and thank you so much. I'm sure we'll talk on email, but that's all I got, guys. Tough game, but you know what? Let's go Spurs go no matter what. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs go!